The storms wreaked havoc on our community. Our team at Royalty Roofing is here to help. We're local, skilled, licensed, and bonded. We work for you to ensure you get the funds you deserve and make sure that the work is done to your satisfaction. Don't take risks with your biggest investment, your home. We are Better Business Bureau Integrity Award winners and Best of Omaha winners. Cover your roof with Royalty. Visit us today at royaltyroofing.org.
When it comes to concrete repair, Everlevel has some serious game. Coach Greg McDermott here to coach you on why you should choose Everlevel Concrete Repair. They've got the fundamentals to fix your cracked and uneven concrete, and their products will give you the best defense against future damage. It's a fraction of the price compared to replacement, and their solutions come with a long-term transferable warranty. Working with Everlevel is a slam dunk. Call Everlevel Concrete Repair today for your free inspection.
Howdy, Greg Wagner joining you from the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. Time now for another Nebraska Outdoor Update. Hey, planning a trip to a state park? One of Nebraska's 76 state park lands? Excellent. But don't forget your state park permit, money for camping fees and other activities, a fishing permit if you want to wet a line, and oh yeah, a 6-foot leash for Scruffy, your pet. Thank you, and we hope to see you out there. By the way, you can get all kinds of information on the Nebraska State Park lands through the Game and Parks website. That web address is outdoornebraska.gov. Are you going fishing? I thought so. For proper catch and release fishing this season to ensure fish survival, I want you to remember these important things. Land the fish as quickly as possible. Handle the fish as little as possible. Keep the fish in the water as much as possible. And release the fish as fast as possible. Enjoy your fishing experience, and we'll see you out there. I'm Greg Wagner with Nebraska Game and Parks.
The backseat. Check the backseat. All right, come here. Check the backseat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. But with changes in routines, distractions, or a sleeping child, it can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head.
Check the backseat.
A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no service fees. Shop ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
A crossover is crossover dribble. For the crossover. Kyrie Irving crossover in the lane. One of the most famous crossovers of all time. Behind the back, an ankle breaker on Chris Paul. Crossover. Double crossover. Crossover continues to evolve.
All right, time for the crossover. Bam, boo. Brought to you by Everlow Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlowconcrete.com. Bam, boof. Okay.
That's what happens to the fourth.
I'm trying to do some unique fireworks sounds.
Oh, you are a baby. You're a firework.
You and I are going to be at a fireworks show tonight.
Hey, I heard that on the fireworks mix this year, there will be no Katy Perry firework.
Whoa. So it was part of a bad promotion night?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so they did. They did fireworks without real fireworks. They basically had an intern throwing like lighted things in the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was funny
with that song being played in the background.
Okay, so what you can only get rid of one of these in your firework mix: the Katy Perry song or "Party in the USA."
Katy Perry.
I can only get rid of one?
Yeah, one has to stay. The other gets booted.
Oh, I could get Party in the USA all other times a year.
So you would
get out of here, Katy Perry.
No, yeah, I'm Katy Perry.
No.
Party in the U.
I'm pro Miley.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Na, 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 na.
That
song is awesome.
That trumps Party in the USA.
Yeah.
It does. Firework does have a build-up though when it goes the night, the light. Then you start seeing the and then it kind of crescendos.
Katy Perry rules, man. What's wrong?
But
I'm with Katy Perry.
I'm with Josh though.
Katy Perry rules.
Yeah, Katy Perry rules.
I'm with
Put
Josh.
it on the poll.
Very controversial to start the show today.
I'm with Josh. I'm Team Miley on this one.
You guys like Miley Cyrus, and you're yelling at me for saying Katy Perry rules?
I'd rather Party in the USA than just be referred to as a firework.
What has Katy Perry brought to the table ever?
Teenage Dream.
Well, she almost married Tim Tebow. At least remember they're trying to set up that That courtship. That
She
was a
was.
thing.
I mean, she was unbelievable. Like their star ascension of Katy Perry.
But she has never hopped off a plane at LAX with a dream in a cardigan.
That's right.
No, but she was in that one music video with, there was rainbows and she did the Super Bowl halftime with the Sharks.
Yes.
That was a great moment.
Both people that we're talking about have been naked in a music video.
California Dreaming.
Yes. California Girls.
Remember
California
when we
Girls.
had?
California Dreaming.
Remember when we got
On
to do a
such a
show
winter's
about
day.
the left shark?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Left
Those were
Shark
good times.
halftime
Katy
show.
Perry gave us that.
America was less contentious back then.
Yeah.
Because we were more concerned about a shark on
Left
stage
Shark.
at a Super Bowl.
It was confusing.
Instead of a bare breast or two octogenarians going at each other.
Yeah.
I am team Katy Perry. I'm in.
And a Jay-Z song was on.
Yeah. So when you have
That's her only song.
When you have kids,
Well, why does that matter in this discussion? It's still
We're
the best
having a-
fireworks show song.
We are
not,
having a
we're not choosing
different-
Katy Perry or Miley Cyrus.
We evolved into that conversation. We are now having the Katy Perry versus Miley Cyrus discussion.
Okay, you didn't tell me that.
Wrecking Ball is a fine song.
It's not a fine song. It's not a fine song. The only reason you know about it is because she was on that Wrecking Ball.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide over to team.
What about our new one? Used to be young.
I never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so.
It's actually not bad. But I'm gonna slide, like if you're looking at the portfolio, Katy Perry greater than Miley Cyrus, but we're talking about the fireworks show. We're talking about one night where America comes together, red, white, and blue, and they don't say, "What can America do for me?" It's what I can do for America, and I want to hear Miley Cyrus. Party in the USA. I've heard firework. You've
heard Party in the USA,
especially for every kids game that they ever have, whether it's basketball or baseball. They always play Party in the USA, and the kids love it. They still love it.
Like if you're making the argument of, oh, I've heard firework before, you have heard Party in the USA more times than you've heard Katy Perry's firework. There is no doubt about it.
Okay,
no doubt.
No. Here's where we decide this. Like just the first bit of the song. Which gets you fired up more? Hopped off a plane at LAX, dream in a cardigan.
I don't think you guys know how those songs go.
It is. Well, my vocalizing the guitar.
What the hell was that?
My vocalizing the guitar didn't come out the way it was in my head, but yeah, Ding, ding. Okay, still not even better. I gotta tune my mouth guitar here. It's not correctly tuned.
Amazing Daniel, who is of music.
Yes, Daniel, hello.
Thinks that we're fantastic.
One of the people you're talking about is a really good singer. One is a fantastic songwriter, performer, and much more diverse musically. Flowers is better than any of the other ones. Songs.
Flowers.
Don't want fans coming after me. No names.
Just a ripoff of a Bruno Mars song.
So he is Team Miley.
Yeah, so it's just a ripoff of a Bruno Mars song, but congratulations, Miley. Nice job. You ripped off a Bruno Mars song. We get it. You love drugs. We get it.
Whoa.
That's what she does.
I do side with Connor on that talking point.
Rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. Okay.
Oh.
Well, jeez, that has nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with this.
Do people still listen to Rehab?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't.
You just brought up you brought up Amy Winehouse. That just made me think of that.
Yes.
I think like Station
Haven't heard that
Sweet
song in a
98 or like a little bit shy to play music from artists that are dead.
Oh,
you think so?
I think you should
honor
honor
observation and looking at their
I think
song
that's
list.
that's when they take off the most.
Yeah, I feel like you should honor them.
I don't know, man. They're banging a lot of Post Malone today.
All of a sudden, one of them. Who's the most recent musician we've had that died?
The guy with the drugs.
The guy with the drugs.
Can you be more specific, Josh?
The guy with the drugs.
Has it been
every 3 weeks is the anniversary of Mac Miller's death.
Oh
yeah. No, he has not died recently. This was several years ago now.
And Mac Miller was a fantastic artist.
I bet. Yeah. He really wasn't.
Okay,
He really wasn't.
I watched YouTube.
But he died.
I watched you two roll your eyes. How much Mac Miller have you listened to?
A smattering of songs.
I listened to Mac Miller when he was alive.
Anytime a sad girl posts anything online.
Yeah. It's really not that amazing. But he is indeed no longer with us. And that obviously makes people romanticize his music.
I liked
in
him
his
before
life.
he died. It doesn't mean because he died I liked him even more. I liked him before. I like him the same.
People like him more now that he is dead. 100%.
He probably gets more attention.
Yes.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, kind of backwards.
It was
I don't
great
know.
for his career.
Somebody today tried to kill George Strait on in a conversation. I'm sorry, there wasn't like an attempt at his life, but there was. We were getting into the conversation about
I was
post
trying to impress Jodie Foster.
But this is where what Nick is bringing up. This is what it came to today. So, like, great Americans that were born on July 4th.
Yeah.
Geraldo Rivera.
Ooh.
John Bishop.
Hashtag
John Bishop.
Post Malone.
Really?
Post Malone is a July 4th guy.
Who is more country, Post Malone or Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll.
I don't care. Neither.
Jelly Rolls at all the functions, the gatherings,
the many country
You mean
music
the
awards.
award shows?
Yeah.
The 18 that take place annually.
You guys,
how about
that doesn't happen? There's like 6 solid ones throughout the year.
That's more than anyone other genre.
You said
because you got
country music's very
country music
profitable.
television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, country music is it's thriving.
It's insanely profitable. It's the most passionate music listenership.
It's thriving, man.
These July 4th birthdays are kind of interesting.
I always forget Steinbrenner every year.
So Post Malone will be 28 tomorrow. Malia Obama will be 25 tomorrow.
That's the other one I forgot to bring up. Yeah.
25.
Okay.
Should be 25 tomorrow.
Ann Landers.
Mom running for president?
Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah, we
he's
mentioned
been
Calvin.
dead for about 90
Do you
years.
think that's what he ran on? It was like, hey, I was born on July 4th.
I hope so, yeah.
Bill
Especially,
Withers,
you know,
R.I.P.
Back then, that probably gets you the majority of the votes right there,
Absolutely.
too. You're like, come on, guys. Really?
The guy's like, hey, the other guy running against Coolidge, let's talk about the issues.
He's like, nope. And he's pointing to his birth certificate. July 4th,
How are all these
everybody.
people more famous than
July
Bill
4th.
Withers? This website sucks. I hate famousbirthdays.com.
It's all TikTokers.
It's all TikTok people. But guess who was ranked in front of Bill Withers?
Who?
Mikey from Jersey Shore.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the situation.
The
Oh,
situation.
my gosh. Is he a July 4th guy?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Out of people born on July 4th, the situation, Mike the Situation was ranked 16th, and Bill Withers was ranked 18th.
And YouTube.
What world is this?
YouTube
Where are we at in
star
society today?
Mick Creamy, 13th on this list.
Who? Creamy.
McCreamy.
Everybody's an Instagram star or
Oh
a
my
T
God.
or a YouTube.
Is that spelled M-I?
Is it a K or C?
Or is it just M-C-K?
MCCREAMY.
Who else do we got?
This
on
was the
here?
greatest tweet, though,
I believe he was
Josh
on
and
Grey's
Connor,
Anatomy.
because Chad had pointed out, he said, well, he suggested anyone that says Post Malone and Jelly Roll are country artists needs to be excommunicated from listening to country music. And then Justin, who claimed to be an insider, said George Strait is going to come back from heaven and set the country music industry back right. I've toured the Grand Ole Opry, so I'm kind of an insider. And Chad responded,
Oh my God.
correctly said, well, George Strait isn't dead, so not sure what you were talking about there.
Yeah.
I've watched a game at Memorial Stadium. I think it should be the coach at Nebraska.
Also, somebody, is dead.
The old version of Rose from Titanic,
Oh,
born on the 4th of July.
really? Is she?
No, she's
No.
not with us anymore.
How
She's been dead 14 years.
been
How old was she
84
when?
years.
Oh, do you think she's more
When
popular
she
now?
was-
She's
when-
been dead?
How old was she in the
Kind of.
movie? Not like her character, but how old was she in the movie?
Oh, great question.
Had to have been more than 80.
Born in
yeah.
1910.
Oh, and the
The movie came out in 97?
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
So she would have been.
upper 80s.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought if you would have told me 93, 94, maybe Sister Jean level, I would have believed you.
103, by the way.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
So
Sister Jean.
I would like to do something with the 4th of July.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those middle.
Do
To
you
some,
ever
they think
feel-
summer is over after this weekend. To others,
What? Who thinks that?
there's people that think the summer is over.
There's like 7 more months of summer. It's going to be 100 degrees until like the fourth football game of the year. There's so much time.
That would be uncomfortable.
There's so much time.
Did you know Sister Jean is older than Prohibition? It's true.
Damn.
By a year.
I know
She got it
her.
by a year.
Uh,
You know her handler.
her handler.
Yeah.
I know her handler.
You know her handler?
You need to ask
I believe
her. Ask
caretaker
her.
would be the word.
Ask her if she could ask Sister Jean. Be like, do you realize you're older than Prohibition?
I think she probably knows.
I think I've been shut off because the last question I asked is Seth Davis seems to be sliding into a relationship with Sister Jean.
Hello.
Yeah, Kayla handles
Sister Jean
at
Sharpie.
Loyola.
Yep.
I would like to turn 4th of July into Thanksgiving. Can we Thanksgiving up July 4th?
What are you talking
Are
about?
you saying that the 4th of July needs more food?
More food.
Okay. Like
More sides?
meal? A meal?
Yes, a meal.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
So like hamburgers and hot dogs is not good enough.
No, I'm just a hot dog guy on the 4th of July. I can be a ribs and steak and hamburger guy on the 5th or the 3rd, but hot dogs are the 4th.
Yeah.
Okay, on a grill.
So isn't the hot dog 4th of July's version of a Thanksgiving turkey?
A little bit.
Where we debate whether or not it's worthy of being
so like
eaten?
you guys are
Then
showing up
what's the
at parties
stuffing?
tomorrow. What's the staples? There's going to be an American potato salad, right?
Hell yeah.
Unseasoned in any way.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs?
It'll be very bland.
Absolutely not.
Maybe a deviled egg potato
There
salad.
will be deviled eggs, but I'm out.
Oh, I love deviled eggs.
That's a pass for me.
Okay.
Could be a no for me, dog.
There's that weird macaroni salad.
Yep. Also, a
That some
plus.
might even have like peas in it.
Oh, I love a good
Oh,
pasta
yeah.
macaroni
If the
salad.
peas are frozen, I'm good. Like if they're cold peas.
Then there's going to be immediately shift to desserts. Like, there's going to be watermelon.
There's going to be
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst
Without
chips you've
question.
ever had. Whichever chips you don't like.
Store brand
Yes.
ridged
Yeah.
potato chips.
Yes.
But there'll be a dip that accompanies it.
That's true.
Dip might be a banger.
But then there's the desserts. Like I'm a strawberry shortcake guy this time of the year.
Bomb pops.
Bomb pops are
Hell yeah.
banger.
Kind of a
But
bomb
I go
pop.
with the bomb pop cocktail,
Oh, okay.
where you have, a little grenadine, you have some lemonade. It would be nice to have limeade, but limeade is hard to find nowadays.
Mm.
You mix in a little vodka.
Sure.
Maybe some
I mean,
UV
you got-
blue.
Yeah, you got and
Yikes.
it's the Powerade, the blue Powerade.
The blue juice?
Okay.
Yes.
All
Hey,
right.
you probably know about the blue juice, right?
What?
Oh,
Hold on,
okay,
let me
never
finish
mind.
this.
Sorry. I don't want
You
to
got a question. You'll know because
Like window wiper fluid?
No, it's a different
Um,
thing.
Okay.
So I will probably have the bomb pop cocktail, but like the pie, are we apple pie only?
Yes.
Well, American as
Yeah.
apple
You got
pie.
if you're going to be
Okay.
American all in, you got to be American as apple pie.
I'm just advocating that we try and Thanksgiving up July 4th.
I don't really think about pie on the 4th of July.
I don't either. I think of
4th of July is not really a pie holiday for me.
Not even like a Boston cream pie or
No.
a banana cream pie.
I'm
Boston, famously in America.
I would have a cookie. If there's like maybe a patrioted type of cookie. I know patrioted is not
with
a thing, but
with
I'm just
the patriotized, maybe.
yeah, patriot. Yeah, there you go.
You know
Patriotized
where you can
cookies.
find those? Go to your local grocery store. They're sugar cookies. They're
Yeah.
right there. They're
Exactly.
a popular thing. to
They're
bring
on
to
the
any
end
Gary,
event.
caps.
Gary will bring them to your party.
Yeah, and actually on July 4th, that's fine. That's acceptable.
It is
Not for a
patriotized cookies.
not for a large gathering for like a
As
fight
long
or a
as you
football
accompany
game.
that with some Budweiser. It's gotta be-
Budweiser.
It's got to be Budweiser.
You drinking Budweiser tomorrow? You
No.
drinking Diesel?
I'm not.
Why? Because it's red, white, and blue.
Isn't that that's the American lager?
Not my America.
I don't really like.
I haven't drank a Bud Heavy. In
I haven't either.
years.
I don't even know what it'd do to me the next day.
Here's my take
You've
about
had
drinking.
one.
I don't really like drinking anymore. I think drinking is canceled for me. I'd like to go back to when Sister Jean was born and
Hold
do
on.
prohibition again.
Hold on.
Oh.
Drinking is done.
Are you cleansing?
Is this
No,
like at
I just don't like it.
10:17 on the 3rd of July, or have this been a buildup? Or did you just come to this right now?
Just every time I drink, I don't like it.
He has dipped his toe in the water of this take before.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
And how
time to
long-
dive in.
okay,
How
so
long does
He's
it
now
last?
cannonballing it.
I'm there with you, but I think what you're making the transition is you're done drinking beer or craft beer. Now you're like into a nice little cocktail.
You want a bourbon?
No, I don't think you understand.
Can I interest you in a bourbon?
I had
Old fashioned.
last weekend. I had 4 old fashions, and I was like,
That's-
4.
yeah,
so excessive.
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed the first one,
Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
and then I just felt like I should keep going.
4, huh?
And 4 old fashions.
Okay.
What's
There's your
wrong with that?
problem.
Yeah, that's right there. I'm gonna help you out there.
Because now
Cut that in half.
now what you're explaining to us is how you felt on Sunday, so you're angry.
Yeah, but if I drink one drink, I'm still gonna get the headache afterwards.
That's
if
on
you
you.
drink one old
That's
fashioned,
on you.
get the same.
Stop being a rookie.
Yeah.
But I don't get the same buzz, so you might as well just
What's the point?
I mean,
yeah,
there is some logic behind that, I guess.
might as well rip a few. But I don't like it. I don't need it. And if
So
I show up
think-
at your
I
party,
think
give me
you're
a
in the-
Gatorade.
You are in like I've made the transition. I just don't go home and grab a beer out of the fridge and sit
Yeah.
down and drink it anymore. what if I'm going to make like a nice little cocktail. I'm going to pour some bourbon. I got whiskey.
Yeah.
I got Tito's in the fridge.
I definitely had a moment where that was the thing, where I did that. And I found that to be useless as well.
So what are you going to have? Your own Yeti with water in it this weekend while you're hanging out?
I love water. Yes.
He does. You asked the wrong person.
I do love water.
That's good. I do like water too.
Yes. But who's with me? No drinking. No drinking.
Tomorrow?
No drinking. No drinking. No
I'm
drinking
good.
ever.
Nope, tomorrow. I'm
Boy,
drinking.
that hurts the sponsorship of the show from
All right.
Got a little
a
festival
distributing
coming up.
company.
I'm an official ambassador with the Maker's Mark Corporation. I can't have you tying me down like that.
Yeah. You're speaking on your behalf and only.
We're now with the Whiskey Fest.
Yeah.
So you're on an island by yourself.
Okay.
And
I'm not with them, so
I am going to have an old fashioned tomorrow. Yeah, you're damn right I am. But I ain't going to have 4.
Well, if you do, be careful.
I think you guys got caught up in the craze of television with the old fashioned. I'm going to say that you guys don't really like it, but it's just a cool drink.
No.
I actually do. And if you use the smoker on it,
Yeah.
the little gun, it's a game changer.
Yeah,
It's
see,
really,
I don't
really
like a
good.
smoky drink.
Oh, I didn't think I would, but I really ended up liking it a lot.
Delicious.
Yep.
You were going to ask Nick about the blue.
Oh yeah, the blue juice. What's up with that?
So you don't know about the blue juice?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, then
Nick.
that's good.
Can someone
It's
enlighten-
okay.
Nah, because he's
Do
a
you
Millard
know-
West. He's a Millard West guy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
This
I was,
came up yesterday.
yeah, so I started at Millard South for 2 years. Then
Yeah.
Millard West was
See,
my last
you
2
don't
years,
know
and
about-
then I coached Millard North.
Okay, but Coach
so-
Millard North.
Oh,
I
yeah,
coached
that's
baseball
right.
in Millard
That's
North.
right.
So Mr. Portal Kid here from Millard North, Omaha Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Said we had a discussion about youth sports or something. Camp, I don't remember what it was.
I'm glad that
he
came up.
said there was the blue juice at Millard North.
Yeah.
That they put in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And I said,
never
You've
knew.
never
and
heard of
Josh
that.
and I said,
No.
that sounds like Gatorade.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
But
We're supposed to be.
why wouldn't
Super
you call
juice.
it Gatorade? If I'm thinking blue juice, I'm thinking there's something in that blue juice.
yeah, super juice.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Like with the baseball team? You
Okay,
were
that's
definitely
actually
not-
surprising.
Now
I
this
don't-
was from 02 to 07 that I was at Millard
Oh,
North.
You're in the heart of it.
I know.
Blue juice.
Was that when it was really thriving?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, there were some accusations on some former football teams that, maybe had some enhanced muscles. Does that have something to do with blue juice?
Whoa!
That was
I'm not here to
That
connect
is a
those
hell of
two.
an allegation.
They were rumors. Hey, ask anybody who went to Millard South. And then Millard South was thrown into that rumor mill, too. Apparently, everybody was accusing everybody of doing stuff.
I'm not here to connect any of those
No,
dots.
I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying
saying
there were a lot of wild accusations thrown around that was part of it.
people were talking.
Yes, people were talking.
People
So
were talking.
then I ask you, was that what blue juice was? Was there
I don't
was
I don't
this
know.
performance enhancing beyond just the levels of rehydration and replacing electrolytes?
Like you said, there was a lot of people talking during
Oh,
that period of time.
okay. I didn't know there could be a liquid steroid, but hey,
What?
I'm a fan.
yeah.
I love salted nut roll.
Do you have them at the golf course?
Salted nut roll at the turn?
Yeah, at the turn. Yep. See, a lot of people, and I'm not against a hot dog at the turn, but if there's a nut roll available,
No.
hook me up.
I think the grease missile is still greater than the
It is good.
salted nut roll. at
Got to
the
get a
turn.
Polish, though. If they don't have a nice crunchy Polish,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, but people don't know how to make Polishes well.
No.
Like usually,
but it comes off the roller,
usually it
you
looks
know.
like your grandpa's scrotum, or it's just
I never saw my grandpa's scrotum. So
No
I don't know if that's
talk.
accurate or
well,
not.
because they leave it in too long.
It looks shriveled. Yes. So you're just assuming my grandpa's
Yes,
scrotum was
that's why I
shriveled.
said a crunchy
Now we're talking
Polish.
about accusations here. Okay, that is a heavy accusation.
a crunchy
I've seen my
Polish.
grandpa's. Rest in peace, Grandpa
saw-
Demuth.
You saw the scrot?
What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, anybody want a hot dog?
Well, I mean, like when I was a little kid, and you'd go like for a week at your grandparents' house, and they had a pool. Sometimes,
I thought you guys wore swimming
sometimes
trunks.
Grandpa would, walk
I have
through the
never had a
house.
hot
I
dog
thought-
that
oh,
looked
okay.
resembled anything like any of them.
So I think I mentioned that to my mom. Your dad's looks like.
Okay.
So.
An email here.
That's fine. That's
from
fine.
John.
Explains so much. Hi, John.
I mean, go to a convenience store that's got the roller. You know what I'm talking about when the dog's been on there too long.
Yeah, you can tell when it's been a day old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got to
that's
find
true.
it at the right time.
Didn't Kramer eat like a century-old one? and then he ended up throwing up.
That's right.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to try one time to walk into one of those places with my own hot dog and put it on the roller and stand there and watch it.
Warm it up.
So I get the grill marks.
Yeah.
on
People
there.
bring their own cups in there
I
and
feel
fill
like
them up
if
with
you
ice.
do it and you act as if you're supposed to be doing that, no one will question you. They'll just be like, oh, he's
No,
he's
we
supposed
live
to-
in a
he's
society
supposed to
where
do
nobody
this.
questions anybody anymore.
Yeah.
No. We all live in our own bubbles. And so if you went in there and did the most insane thing you could possibly think of, nobody would bother you.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, I'm sure there's
And
a
videotape
reason
it while you're
behind
at it. Put it on YouTube.
He's
Put
got
it
a
on your
reason.
vlog.
Yeah, there's a reason behind it. I'm not going to pry.
Johnny emails in. He says, basketball is better than football and no drinking. Nothing you say from here on out is credible. I'm just, this is just the way I feel. This is just the way I feel.
Wow.
Well, of course, I'm going to still drink.
That's cool.
But I'm not going to like it.
You guys have
Okay.
uncovered a scandal at Millard North.
No, I didn't. Don't say that.
I demand a full investigation. I would never do such a thing to my alma mater.
I didn't go to Millard North.
Put me in the hall.
Except
Kevin.
I didn't
those 2
actually.
years.
Yeah, I didn't attend Millard North. I just.
I didn't
coached there.
graduate from it. I don't got my diploma from there.
Brian
it was-
said,
My robe was purple.
When guys got muscular, all of a sudden, people just automatically assumed that you couldn't do that in the weight room. That you must have been doing that unartificially, I guess. Artificially.
Artificially.
Brian says, I
Artificially.
attended Millard North in the mid-'80s. Needles were an absolute thing.
We're not going to do this. Mm-mm.
I was not living here, so I'm not sure.
Anybody listening want a Pulitzer? Go break a story. We've given you enough breadcrumbs.
We gave you the steroid era. Now there's something going on in local high school.
And it all started from the blue
The
juice.
blue juice. I honestly never.
I did not start there.
You said from 02 to 07, that was like in the heyday of the blue juice. I never heard of the blue juice ever. I'm gonna text Evan Porter because he was there.
Someone would
He
say
was there
if
in
they
05.
Didn't want people.
I'll
to know
ask
about
Connor
the blue
Gillespie.
juice.
Hey, did you? What was this blue juice
Wait,
thing?
didn't they go in?
We went undefeated.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Undefeated.
All right.
One of the greatest teams, regardless of sport, in
35
Nebraska
and 0.
State history.
You know, do we get slapped with a show cause because we were supposed to know this was happening?
Asterisks.
I think they won a football title that year too.
They won one in 03.
Now I'm thinking maybe if my high school did that, we'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
We play by the rules.
Look now, no one's accusing anybody of using steroids. But yes, when I was in high school and anybody got actually large because they were working out, people were like, oh, he's on roids.
Sounds like me when I
They just
tried
threw-
out for the basketball team.
Everybody just threw that accusation out there just wildly, not understanding the full consequences and repercussions of such allegations.
Burden of proof is on the athlete.
It's true. Were you going down with a lot of knee injuries?
Anyway, Katy
Amazing.
Perry rules.
I think this could be. We're looking for like a Marconi in the radio business. Amazing Daniel says, "Oh, for blowing up alma mater scandals, hit me up for Fremont dirt."
Okay.
I'm sure there's stories from
Sure.
every
everybody-
corner of the
yeah,
state.
Sure, everybody
I
has
would
it.
love an NBA award.
Maybe that's what you do. You do, Josh. You could put together like a podcast.
Yeah.
And
could be. Yeah.
do an episode on the great story, the untold stories from each of the local high schools.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Each week's scandal. Yeah, from back then. I mean, it could be current too. Whatever.
Sounds like a lot of work, but it also sounds like a pretty good idea.
All you need
actually.
is one person to just come on, and
Yeah.
if they're truthful or not, it doesn't matter. It's just good content.
Just play a little disclaimer beforehand.
Yeah.
This show is for entertainment purposes only. Please enjoy.
Yeah, this isn't real.
And we've changed the names to protect the innocent.
Yep.
But if it happened at Burke, it happened at Burke.
His name was Schmerick Schmrouch.
Do not put it online that there were any allegations. Do not put it on the internet that there were allegations.
No. Anybody who grew up in Millard during that time knows exactly what I was talking about. We're not saying it happened. We're just saying, yeah, they threw those around. I never, in my 4 years in the two Millard high schools, especially Millard West, because we're just bad my first year, I never saw anybody put a needle or take anything that was questionable substance-wise that would allow them to gain muscles. I'm here to set the record straight. I never saw that with my own eyes, so I can't definitively say, yeah, it was happening.
Oh, you're not going to be a guest on Josh podcast.
I know. I would be here to say, well, that's news to me, Josh. I would not be a very good guest.
Don't come on to my show and plead the fifth.
I don't have to pry it out of you.
A big build-up,
Yeah.
and then you get them on and you go, welcome.
We had a pre-show conversation.
This ain't Al Capone's ball.
I'm only
buddy.
here so I don't get fined. All right. I will see you tonight out at Warner Park.
Yeah.
Will you be dressed as Uncle Sam?
No.
Good bit.
Why?
I don't have any Uncle Sam.
Will anyone be getting engaged tonight?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, so last night we had an engagement.
Oh, really?
On top of the dugout.
Oh,
That's probably like the 5th or 6th one this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Warner Park, where love is happening.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was staged.
It didn't look like he was staged?
No.
Like it was spur of the moment?
Well, not like, you know.
You get a rejection.
Like it should have been staged.
Because the
a little
rejections
bit.
are usually
there's
staged,
no
right?
staging in an engagement.
Oh, like it was a real engagement.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Okay,
two
yes,
people that
of
work for the
course.
Storm
Yeah,
Chasers.
and just doing an engagement to make everybody feel
it
good.
was not
Understood,
staged,
understood.
and she was very emotionally, like, I don't think she expected
She was
it.
caught off
And
guard.
they pulled it off really well.
Oh, good. So
was
she didn't
good.
say, "Can we
Yeah.
talk about this later?"
She drank a ton of blue juice before she got up there.
It'll get you to where you want to go.
Tonight, instead of like an engagement on the dugout, why don't they offer people citizenship in the U.S.?
Jeez, more people are
Like
I wish I never would have brought this up.
There's a lot of ballparks on
Hey,
July
first
4th.
1,200 in
They
the door
do,
get U.S. citizenship.
Naturalization.
naturalization ceremonies.
I got somebody else confirming stuff.
No, not the first 1,200 through the gate to become a U.S. citizen.
What a great promotion.
That's a good one, actually.
In this state, can you imagine
this
how
economy.
that would go over?
In La Vista, can you imagine how it would go over?
Sarpy County Tourism.
Well, guys, I am excited. I am excited.
You got a
You
red,
sound
white,
like
and blue get up?
Yeah. I don't know what I'll wear.
Maybe wear the
yet.
new USA baseball hat that you got.
Oh, I think I have a Storm Chasers red, white, and blue.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So I could do that.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun night. Fireworks.
It's the big one.
We need we got a 7:05 first pitch tonight, so we need it to be about at least a 2.5 hour game.
Now,
Anything under 2, we got problems. We
Yeah.
got big problems
Oh,
because
yeah.
then Connor Happer has to go out and entertain 9,000 people.
You got to
for 20
stretch,
minutes.
don't you?
And that is not
Yep.
good. Nobody wants that.
Because last year we
Stretch.
were cruising through 7 in like an hour 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we did have to wait, if I remember
Yes, we
correctly,
did.
or maybe there was some
Yes,
sort
we
of
did.
problem
now,
last year.
now I heard at the Memorial Park display, they had some problems with the
Yeah, that's what Gary was saying.
fireworks.
I didn't know about this.
Will there be any problems tonight?
I don't know what they lost half their fireworks.
Yeah.
They lost them?
They had a panel that
People were asking for their money back, which
Oh.
is odd for a free concert.
What Roger Daltrey
I
do?
woke up really early to put that damn seat down.
So apparently they had a malfunction and a panel went down and they lost half their fireworks.
But the city paid for them or something, and people are like, I want my money, my tax dollars back.
Fireworks is a fickle game.
You get a refund.
It's hard.
Sometimes you get a dud. You got to know this when you go to the tents.
Yep. Even at Memorial Park display.
There's going to be a tax break at the end of the year for that. I can give you some sense.
Hey, tax credit.
Did either
Tax
one of
break.
you as a youngster go to Rosenblatt
all the time.
Oh yeah,
for the
All
firework
the
night?
time.
Oh, yeah.
One of the 25,000 people that were there?
Or
Mhm.
loaded them up.
I
It was
bet it
awesome
took
to
you
see it.
forever to get out of that parking lot.
It did.
Yeah.
I wasn't
everybody-
driving. Didn't matter.
With 60,000 other people hanging out outside the ballpark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asleep by the time we got out of our parking stall. What did
Josh,
I
Yeah,
care?
sleep
exactly.
anywhere.
I woke up, all of a sudden we were home. I don't know how long it took. I did have to fight through it a few times when I was actually driving, but yeah, it is what it is. You know what you're getting yourself into.
See you at Warner. Have a wonderful 4th with your lovely family.
Thank you. I'll see you on the 5th.
We will.
Yeah.
You will not see me. Sorry.
Enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
I
Long.
bet you won't be drinking. I bet you won't be hungover.
I will not be drinking because I'll be driving halfway across the damn country.
Oh, okay.
No drinking and driving, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's
TED
good on
Talk
you.
is now broken out on the show.
All right, that's the crossover powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha at everlevelconcrete.com. It's Wednesday. We'll start things off next.
That's the crossover. The Connor Happer Show is next on 1620 The Zone. You get a lot of junk in your inbox. This one Not junk, not junk at all. 1620 the email. Exclusive content, contests, other stuff probably. Subscribe today at 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast presented by Funplex Water Park and Rides from the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Patchy fog this morning, becoming partly cloudy for your Wednesday and warm. A high this afternoon in Omaha of 86 degrees with southerly winds up to about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight with a slight chance for showers and storms after midnight. Many looking dry though, a low of 66 with light winds. Impact weather for your 4th of July with scattered showers and storms throughout much of the day, clearing for fireworks displays tomorrow night. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KUTV Newswatch 7.
Brent Rasmussen of Mortgage Specialists. Here's a fact that doesn't seem to get mentioned enough. Owning a home actually helps you build personal wealth. Homeownership is a huge factor in building personal wealth. There are some naysayers who say it's too expensive, but rates will come down, and when they do, the competition is going to be fierce. One financial statistic shows that the net worth of those that own a home is 40 times greater than those that rent. So maybe take a few minutes to call me at Mortgage Specialists to go through the reasons why, even though the current market is different, why it's always a good time to buy a home to build your net worth. I'm Brent Rasmussen. Call me at Mortgage Specialists and we can show you all the details. Mortgage Specialists, driven, trusted, reliable.
Click mtg-specialists.com. NMLS number 5918, Equal Housing Lender.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
How does Host Coffee provide the best coffee for your workplace? By finding the richest and most robust coffee beans from all around the world and bringing them to our Nebraska roastery, where your coffee is roasted fresh and delivered straight to you.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
Howdy, Greg Wagner joining you from the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission. Time now for another Nebraska Outdoor Update. Hey, planning a trip to a state park? One of Nebraska's 76 state park lands? Excellent. But don't forget your state park permit, money for camping fees and other activities, a fishing permit if you want to wet a line, and oh yeah, a 6-foot leash for Scruffy, your pet. Thank you, and we hope to see you out there. By the way, you can get all kinds of information on the Nebraska State Park lands through the Game and Parks website. That web address is outdoornebraska.gov. Are you going fishing? I thought so. For proper catch and release fishing this season to ensure fish survival, I want you to remember these important things. Land the fish as quickly as possible. Handle the fish as little as possible. Keep the fish in the water as much as possible. And release the fish as fast as possible. Enjoy your fishing experience, and we'll see you out there. I'm Greg Wagner with Nebraska Game and Parks.
Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. EquitableOnline.com.
It's the Connor Happer Show. Are we sure we want to do this?
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready?
It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620, The Zone.
All right, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. It's the Connor Happer Show. You're on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. Connor Happer, Josh Hodson with you as we send you off into the 4th and maybe a long weekend for you, maybe not. That's okay. We got you covered.
Either way.
Josh, what movies are coming out this weekend?
Despicable Me 4 in theaters this weekend.
Oh, perfect.
There's a horror movie called Maxine, which is the 3rd in a series of movies coming out this weekend.
Maxine 3?
Was it? Yeah, sure.
Maxine is the 3rd of the movie, and I've never heard of the first 2.
X is the first one. Pearl is the second one.
Perfect.
And now, if you want to go chronological, you flip them, but I don't know how deep in the weeds you want to get.
Yeah. Watch them in chronological order. When's the Twister and Jurassic Park craze hit?
Twister is in a couple weeks, I believe the 19th.
All right. When's Jurassic Park come out?
2025.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Jurassic Park for it not coming out until next year.
It's a
weird.
Tale as old as time that people love.
Just watch the trailer. Tell me it's not the same movie. Get back to me. Welcome into a Wednesday show. Today we'll send you off into the holiday. We're not going to be like every radio show in the country and like rank your favorite things to eat or do on the 4th of July.
Build your perfect 4th of July
build
plate.
Your perfect 4th of July. You have $5 to spend on your plate, and all the pasta salad costs $1. No, we're not going to do that today. We're going to talk sports because we love sports, and we are sports.
Definitely watched sports last night.
And we'll do the tweet bag coming up at noon.
The tweet bag.
And we'll have the top 5 poll questions of the month of June because we forgot about it each of the first 2 days of this month, Monday and Tuesday. Or Josh was trying to hide it from me and save it until Friday.
If that had happened, that's what I would have done. Not mad at all.
Okay.
It can be replayed on Friday. It's fine.
Oh, interesting. Mitch Sherman joins us at 11:30. Robin Washut joins us at 1. That's the lineup powered by the Rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard. We'd love to hear from you guys. 402-951-1620 on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline. You can call or text that number. Tweet at Happer Show, at Connor Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Email Connor, Josh O at 1620thezone.com on the Equitable Bank Zone inbox. And we say good morning to our YouTubers out there. What's up, brother? Or should I say Haktua now?
No.
What's up, Haktua? We're YouTube stars now. And this morning I was thinking about Funplex, and I watched some guy's 50-minute vlog of Funplex. Yeah, that's how you know it wasn't real, because he didn't do the entire time. Watch us on YouTube. YouTube 1620 The Zone TV. Or, of course, conveniently located right there on Zone ZoneTV.live. ZoneTV.live. That's the place for you. Also, launched this today as the flooding is taking over our area here. The Red Cross. We're joining up with the Red Cross to help families, communities recover. You can make a difference. Donate to those affected by the flooding. Head to redcross.org/NRG Omaha Cares to share your support for disaster relief. There's a link that we have tweeted out at 1620 The Zone this morning, or head to our website, of course, and there's a donation link for you there as well, 1620thezone.com. We are all in this together, like they said in High School Musical.
Which one was your favorite?
One,
the first one?
Yeah.
It's not one of those movies where the sequels got better?
I don't think so, but
Okay.
I don't really remember it that well. I do remember one. We're all in this, and they clap.
Look how far Zac Efron's come in life.
Yeah, now he's jacked and in that wrestling movie.
Yeah.
And
Iron Claw.
But my wife yesterday was watching a movie with him and
Nicole Kidman.
Yes, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
So the plot was he is an actor, and then he like happens upon Nicole Kidman. I don't know how they meet. I didn't get to that part.
I believe his assistant's mom.
Okay, gotcha. So so the assistant is what's her name? Joey King.
One of those King girls, yeah.
Yes. And but then he falls in love with the mom, which is Nicole Kidman. I don't know about falls in love.
I believe Zach Wilson wrote the movie.
Zach Wilson. Nice. Getting into the screenplays now.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this is from my vault of stories that I have. This is a Zach Wilson joint.
Yeah. I told you about this movie on What to Watch.
I got Zac Efron to play me
the other night.
Oh, thank you, Josh. I didn't even I don't even remember that.
I believe
movies go in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Also, I've been watching too much of The Bear in a short period of time. I made a declaration earlier about drinking, and I know you guys are here for the takes. Are we sure The Bear is not just living off of season 1 and season 2? Are we sure The Bear is, still good?
I've only seen one episode.
Okay.
And it was a recap of the last season.
I know people will start watching this long weekend, and they'll probably knock it out by the time you get back. But I don't want to ruin it or spoil it for you. I'm through 7 episodes and not even done. And I'm sure there will be an episode where everything for the entire season plays out in a 20-minute time period. But I can tell you through the first 7 episodes, nothing has happened.
I don't like this. I don't like what you're telling me.
I'm just saying. But people are like, oh, the writing, it's so good. And the acting, it's so good.
But the plot isn't.
I mean, the writing isn't either. They're basically just doing clip shows. Anyway, I don't want to go too far down that road. But if you watch The Bear this weekend, just let me know what you think. But I'm not so in anymore. I'm less in than I was, that's for sure.
I'm here for Connor's TV take.
Yeah, I got takes, Josh. You're going to have a top 5 today, the top 5 poll questions of the month of June. I'm going to have a poll. I'm going to have a top 5 today.
I'm excited about this.
My Big Ten coaches' big year for blank rankings. You know how they say, big year for this coach who's maybe 1 year away from getting fired or getting a huge
Mike
extension.
Tomlin.
Yeah, big year for this guy, big year for this guy. So I have my Big Ten big year for blank rankings coming up during the show today. Also, Archie Manning, alive and well. 75 years old. People forget that.
Now, are we going to do this update every day?
Needs to be mentioned.
Maybe
wasn't even his birthday yesterday, but he is alive. And
once a month, we print one of these. It's like, hey, Archie Manning, still okay.
Plenty to come on a Wednesday edition of the Connor Happer Show. We'd love it if you joined us as we send you off into the holidays. We come back on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Remember, no matter how you listen, it's still AM radio. 1620 The Zone.
At Athletico Physical Therapy, our favorite patients are the impatient ones. The ones who don't want to wait 3 months to see a specialist or wait until that little pain becomes a big one. The ones who know that Athletico's therapist can help them take the recovery into their own hands. Our favorite patients are the ones who just can't and won't wait because they don't have to. So get a little impatient and start with physical therapy at Athletico. With no prescription needed in most states to get started, you'll be right back at it in no time. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com.
Hey folks, it's Karen. Storms just moved through and the damage they've left behind means thousands are looking for the right roofing company. There won't be a better time than right now to replace the roof following the storm damage. Let our inspection teams document the damage for your insurance company and get your new roof covered. Right now, we have people in your neighborhood ready to fix, inspect, or replace your roof and to help you work with your insurance company. Don't settle for a second-rate roof. One call does it all. Visit shamrockroofer.com.
Hear that? The relaxing sound of ambient music in a yoga class. And if you were here, you'd listen to 15 people taking a deep breath in sync. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get a quote today and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And find inner peace with a different pose called Palms on Handlebars. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
How do you celebrate the expansion of Lindley Clothing with the addition of Well Suited? Well, you have a BOGO 50% off sale. Right now, Lindley Clothing, buy one, get one 50% off sale on suits and sports coats. Buy one suit or sports coat at regular price and get a suit or sport coat of equal or lesser value at 50% off. Now, the sale is going on now, but it ends with a bang on July 3rd. If you haven't been to Lindley Clothing, get there now and check out Well Suited as well. More sizes, more styles, more selection. In the Linden Market at 132nd and West Dodge, you'll enjoy easy access to Lindley Clothing.
Is your concrete cracked or uneven? Hey everyone, Coach Greg McDermott here to explain why you should choose Everlevel Concrete Repair. Many people think they need to replace broken concrete, but repairing it provides durable protection and comes at a fraction of the cost. Everlevel provides permanent repair solutions to fix your concrete and protect it against future damage, and it all comes with a long-term transferable warranty. They offer free inspections to walk you through the entire process. Call Everlevel Concrete Repair today.
From the chat.
We love the chat.
We love the chat.
Those
chat,
are our people.
Chat, is this good? Chat, is this bad? That's what people are saying when they're streamers now.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. What's up, brother? Theo writes in. Theo is way more online than us, by the way. Way more online.
In a good way.
So sometimes I want to ask Theo, like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm really interested in what's going on. He told us about the drama in the Minnesota podcasting world.
Oh yeah, those Gophers. That
was good. So here he writes, what's your take on the President Matt Rule memes? I can't say that I know what you're talking about, but I'd like to see an example of a couple, and then I'll have some takes for you.
Yeah, I don't
What's
know
it
what this
mean?
means.
What does it mean? Do I need to go to Twitter right now and like type in President Matt Rule?
Yeah, what comes up?
Let's see. I typed in President Matt Rule. No memes. Just some clips of Matt Rule talking, basically. A lot of "if we die, we die" stuff. So
it's a good quote. Very presidential quote.
They must not be like that public. I mean, maybe this is on the underground here in the Matt Rule presidential memes. Anyway, please let us know what you're talking about, Theo. We'd love to hear it. The tweet bag is coming up in an hour or so. We'll also get to the top 5 poll questions of the month of June. Mitch Sherman will join the show at the bottom of the 11 o'clock hour as he replaces some carpet in his basement. It's getting floody out there.
Oh no,
dude! My sump pump was, still like gallons and gallons of water dumped into my yard. Still, as of this morning, and we went a level past. Boy, we needed that rain. we went a level past it.
We can stop it.
We didn't need that much.
We need this rain.
We did not need that much.
Okay.
Although it'll be nice, theoretically, when we light up fireworks tonight and tomorrow, that it won't, and maybe it'll be a little less likely to cause some hazardous areas or around the city in your yards and
trash
things like
cans,
that.
whatnot.
Maybe it helps out with that. Yesterday there was a prediction. We'd love a good prediction.
Go on a limb. Wow us.
Andy Staples, friend of the show.
Definitely.
Well, like definitely, or what do you mean?
We're claiming him.
Well, I mean, friend of the show usually means he's been on the show before, so it's like a yes or no thing. I think he has. I think we talked to him at Media Days last year.
That's what I was thinking.
So that counts. All right.
He had just moved jobs. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And he's still at that job. He's at On 3, and he decided that he was going to write 10 predictions for the college football season yesterday. One of his predictions, in fact, number 3, was this: Nebraska will be 7-0 entering the Ohio State game. I repeat, Nebraska will be 7-0 entering the Ohio State game. He writes, I get it. You're tired of us pumping sunshine for Nebraska during the offseason, only to watch the Cornhuskers falter once again when the games begin. But you didn't get a lot of sunshine in this space last offseason. I was also just as mystified as most of you when my media brethren picked Nebraska to win the Big Ten West in Frost's second year. But when Matt Rule's second season, it feels different. First, we've got Rule's track record. Temple improved by 4 wins between years 1 and year 2. Baylor improved by 5. Plus, Nebraska was in a better place when Rule took over than either of those two. Second, the Big Ten has given Nebraska an absolute gift with the schedule. The Huskers get the aforementioned Buckeyes in October, but they miss Oregon, they miss Michigan, and they miss Penn State. The early season is incredibly manageable if they can avenge last season's loss to Colorado in week 2. Despite all the excitement about Dylan Raiola, young Dylon, where is he?
Dylon.
Thank you. Despite all the excitement about Dylan Raiola, Tony White's defense should be the star. That should allow Raiola time to develop without pressure on him to carry the Huskers to victories. If he takes care of the ball and makes plays when opposing defenses slip, Nebraska should be in position to win most games. Besides the Buffaloes, who used some late first half Nebraska turnovers to spark a blowout in Boulder last season. I'm glad that he wrote that. I want to go back to that in a second. A visit from Rutgers on October 5th could be a significant challenge. Rutgers should also be filthy on defense. Filthy on defense. And we might see the season's biggest rock fight that afternoon. But Nebraska should be favored in all 7 of those games. So the bowl drought could be a memory by the time the Huskers go to Columbus. I'm Andy Staples, and I approve this message. 7-0.
Book it, Dano.
7-0. Now, that's been the talking point. I think he might be the first national guy with a national column who's like, fine, I'm doing it.
He's saying things
it's
that are
time
so
to make bold predictions.
He's saying the things that we're saying.
He is. So I like this line. Not a lot of people think about the Colorado game this way. Who used some late first half Nebraska turnovers to spark a blowout win in Boulder last year. Everyone sees 36-14, and they're like, well, that was a bad day for Nebraska. And make no mistake about it, it was a bad day for Nebraska, but it really just got away from them in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That's, if Nebraska has a quarterback who could catch the snap, maybe that game goes a little bit differently. It still didn't feel like they had quite enough firepower to win it last year.
Could have cleaned it up.
But yeah, it did not need to be 36-14. I believe that ended up being the final score of that game. Didn't need to be 36-14. And here's the thing about, you mentioned Rutgers and the rock fights. If Nebraska's in rock fights with teams, who are you going to pick? You're going to pick the team with a good quarterback? You're going to pick the team with a terrible quarterback? I'd say good. I'd say good.
Yeah.
Dylan Raiola is good. Remember what Matt Rule said on the Joe Clack show? Do we believe him?
Good enough to start?
Help
Who knows?
raise the level. So Mitch and I were talking about this on our podcast this morning. So Rule's confidence that I know we talk about turnovers on this show all the time. Rule's confidence that they're not going to be minus 17 in the turnover margin has really, I think, made a lot of people more confident. And obviously it's one thing to hear it from him and it's one thing to actually do it. But also the thing to remember with a minus 17 turnover margin from last year is that it's impossible to do it again. They're not going to do it. All right. So some of that is just osmosis and some of it is this. So I tracked all of the turnovers. So, and you're asking, well, why will it be different? Well, it's very simple because they'll have better quarterback play. So of Nebraska's 31 turnovers last year, that's
a lot. It's a big number. I'm glad you said it multiple times.
They threw 16 interceptions and they lost 15 fumbles. We've wondered about this out loud on the show. How many of the turnovers were directly the quarterback's turnovers? So we already know more than half of them, 16 interceptions. Now, it's possible that one of the interceptions wasn't the quarterback's fault. I didn't have enough time to dive into it. The quarterback threw the interception, right? 7 by Heinrich Harburg, 6 by Jeff Sims, and 3 by the Chubster last year. Makes 16 interceptions. How many of the 15 fumbles were directly fumbled by the quarterback? The answer may surprise you. 9. 9 out of the 15 fumbles were by the quarterback. 4 by Jeff Sims, 4 by Heinrich Harburg, and 1 by the Chubster. That means 25 out of Nebraska's 31 turnovers last year were directly committed by the quarterback.
Ooh.
25, Josh. That's 81% of Nebraska's turnovers committed directly by the quarterback. 4 of the fumbles were on running backs, and 2 of them were on special teams plays. Special teams plays. Ethan Nation and Garrett Snodgrass had a fumble last year, both on special. They didn't play offense, so they were on special teams last year. So think about that, and then think about how Nebraska played offense last year. They were, would you call it, a little reliant on the quarterback run? Maybe they're not. I
would say that. Yes.
Maybe they're not going to do that so much this year. They're going to do it some, but they're going to do it less. So we've been trying to figure out, okay, what's the right number for Dylan Raiola in terms of turnovers this year. I think you probably want to keep the interception number below 10. I think you want to keep the fumble number. Like, the fumbles are just going to be random at this point. They won't happen as much because he won't be running as much, but maybe he fumbles a couple times. Let's say at the maximum, Dylan Raiola is responsible for 15 turnovers. At the maximum. That would be a high number.
That would.
Dylan Raiola is responsible for 15 turnovers.
We would be unhappy if that was the case.
Remember, Nebraska quarterbacks were responsible for 25 last year. That's already lopped minus 10 off right away. You're already down to minus 7. So it's not hard to do the math on this thing, right? And this is, so when we talk about the predictions of Nebraska football this year, there's a reason why that keeps coming up. It's not just because, the turnover luck turns into positive turnover luck. I think there's a little bit of that. You could throw that into the equation, but it's mostly just that you're going to have some steady hands at the quarterback position. That's all. And I like I said, if he turns the ball over 15 times, that would, I guess it depends on what they look like and where they come from, and where they go and where they come from, Cotton Eye Joe. But like, you can, that's a learning experience, but it's still 10 less than quarterbacks did last year. Now, if there's a stretch where Raiola's out and Harburg gets to come in and he's got to be the running quarterback again, then your turnovers are, your turnover opportunities are going to be a lot more there. But the opportunities for turnover, putting the ball in harm's way, just isn't going to be there quite as much this year. So that number's coming down. And then how far does it come down is really going to tell, part of the story of this year. But if you want the reason why people are so optimistic about it, that's it. So it's actually not baked into the Dylan Raiola pie. It's just that they are going to be more careful with the ball on offense. They'll trust their defense a little bit more. And, also we talk about margin, that also brings into account the defense, who only gained 14 turnovers a year.
What if they took some more away?
I'm not even planning on that number going up right now. I'm just saying they should get more.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a goal for this defense to get more. But when I do the math on the turnover margin for them this year, I don't even plan on that number going up. I don't even plan on that number going up. 14. Let's just stick with 14. I'm going very conservative on that end, and I'm going very conservative on the other end. And what the math equals out to be is that gets you in the neighborhood of 0. If Nebraska can be in the neighborhood of 0, which pretty much everybody in the country is in the neighborhood of 0. Pretty much everybody goes in between +5 and -5, except for your insane outliers. And keep that in mind when I tell you once again that Nebraska was -17 last year. Also, keep this in mind. Speaking of Nebraska being careless with the ball and running that quarterback. So I told you how quarterbacks fumbled 9 out of the 15 fumbles last year.
That's right.
Those are just the fumbles that were picked up by the other team. Do you care to guess how many times they actually put the ball on the ground last year?
I will say 6 more times.
So you are thinking that they lost 15 out of 21 potential fumbles last year?
Yes, I guess that's what I'm saying. Now it sounds low.
Yeah, it is. 31. They fumbled the ball 31 times last year.
My God, man.
They fumbled the ball 31 times last year. Whether it was bad snaps or shotgun snaps or whatever it is, they put the ball on the ground 31 times last year. They picked up
too many.
They kept the ball on 16 of them. Hell, I'd like to go back and look and see how many times they fumbled it, and then on that same drive they fumbled it and gave it up. They fumbled it, got it back, and then fumbled it again. And the other team picked it up. So, it's just an insane amount of time to be putting the ball on the turf, right? And most of it makes me happy. It makes me excited that most of it was by the quarterback last year because that part of it is basically going to go away this year.
Without having to coach or rely on.
It's just going to go away. Yeah. Just flat out, it will not be a part of the equation anymore because they won't run the guy as much. And I like to think that he's more careful with the ball and careful the way he, puts himself in harm's way. Like Heinrich didn't care about that. Chuba didn't care about that. Sims didn't care about that or wasn't aware of it, So like those guys did not mind putting themselves in harm's way. In fact, they were asked to because they were basically extensions of the running back. Raiola has to stay healthy. And so keeping yourself out of harm's way is probably going to keep the football out of harm's way a lot too. I like a lot of the decision-making that he did in the spring game as far as what to do with his arm. With that being said, he threw an interception. Why did he throw an interception? Because it was slightly behind the guy, and then it got tipped up and picked. You're gonna have a handful of those this year. He's not going to be spot free, but Nebraska ain't going to put the ball on the ground 31 times this year. And so when you add the fumbles and then the interceptions that actually got thrown last year, I wish there was I'm sure Pro Football Focus has like a potential fumble or a potential interception thing of like this pass was bad enough and it should have got interception.
I know they do it for the NFL guys, so I assume it's out there.
I wonder. I should probably look that up. But when you combine the interceptions that they actually threw, 16, with the fumbles that could have been picked up by the other team, that's 47 times. 47.
That's so many.
Yeah. So not happening. Sorry, not happening. So when Matt Rule goes on the podcast with Joel and he's sitting there and he's enjoying his time at the golf course and he says it's not happening again, I believe him because mathematically it just isn't, and I feel good about that. And it sounds like in order for Nebraska to start 7-0, people feel that way a little bit about it too. John emails in on the Equitable Bank inbox.
Hi, John.
He says it's good to break down the distribution of Nebraska's turnovers. We know now that the quarterbacks were absolutely terrible in 2023. They were almost as bad as at their job as Scott Frost was at his. It's a great comparison.
We didn't say anything about Scott Frost.
No, but John did. Alex Lincoln writes in, have you discussed Rule's golf handicap? I wonder if Rule's on the gin.
Oh, those
GHIN.
Those old guys love talking about their golf handicap.
GHIN, not on the gin.
What is the gin?
That's the golf handicap information network.
It's IMDb for golf handicaps.
Pretty much, yeah. You can make one with it's with the USGA. I wonder if I can search a profile. Golfer lookup. Oh, I have to log in.
President T. President B.
Do you think they're on the gin?
They love talking about their golf handicap. It's the most coherent argument of the night.
Gin is inactive. Oh,
was he getting review bombed?
No, this is mine. No, this is
yours?
Mine. Yeah. Why can't I look other people up on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be looking people up on a website.
My guess would be like, I don't know. He doesn't seem like he'd be that good. He's probably just too busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 10, 12, somewhere around there. Not sure.
That's good enough. That'll get you through an afternoon.
Get your tweet bag questions in. We will open that up in the noon hour. Mitch Sherman will join the show in about 20 minutes here. We'll take your thoughts on turnovers or anything else when we return in the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
If you love whiskey or just want to learn more about whiskey, you don't want to miss the largest whiskey event in the region. Get your tickets to Omaha Whiskey Fest 2024 at omahawhiskeyfest.com. September 28th at the Hilton Omaha downtown. 400 samples, more than 70 brands, expert presentations, and a whole lot more. General admission and VIP tickets available at omahawhiskeyfest.com. You can even make a night of it with special room packages from Hilton Omaha. Get your tickets now before they sell out.
If you're a licensed real estate agent in Nebraska or Iowa looking to take your career to the next level, Modern Real Estate is seeking outgoing, high-energy individuals to join the team. Whether you prefer a salary-based, commission-based, or hybrid compensation structure, they have options to fit your needs. With leads provided, you can focus on what you do best, closing deals and achieving success. Don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to work with a dynamic and innovative company. Email your real estate experience to Tyler@modernrealestateco.com and start building your future with Modern Real Estate today.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
Email unsportsmanlike conduct on the Equitable Bank Zone Inbox with whatever is on your mind, from your hot takes to what you think is one. The Zone Inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. We want to hear from you on the Equitable Bank Zone Inbox.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no service fees. Shop ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone. Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Saw a very disturbing tweet last night.
Oh, no.
It's from the Clarion Ledger.
Gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, they're part of the USA Today network. And I don't know anything of, I don't know what's going on with the USA Today network. But newspapers in this country, they even local newspapers, they'll have links of stories that they'll kind of schedule and tweet out, and the headline won't necessarily be made by a human, or maybe it lacks the proper context, or maybe it's written incorrectly in general.
Please remember, when reading the newspaper or a lot of things online, the column writer generally does not write the headline.
That is right. That is important to remember. It's also important to remember that in this case, the story about Archie Manning is not a story at all. It's just a picture of him, and then many pictures of him throughout the years. Once again, very important. But the tweet said the following: Archie Manning, Ole Miss football legend, dad of Eli, Peyton, grandfather of Arch, is 75. And I feel like just the way that we've, taken in news, and there's a certain beat to it, maybe people have seen a tweet that looks like that so many times that they just place the word dead in between is and 75. Or dead at, I guess it would be.
Either or.
But so there was a little bit of a jump scare last night when I saw a picture of Archie Manning and there was his age next to him. And I thought, oh man, oh no. But nope, he's alive. He's fine. Also, I was wondering, okay, well, what's significant about Archie Manning. Is it his birthday? You're mentioning that he is 75. It must be his birthday.
It's a nice round number. You would certainly do hey, remember Archie Manning?
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, and they're not celebrating his birthday. His birthday was more than 6 weeks ago.
Oh.
May 19th, he turned 75. But once again, always good to remind people, this person is this age.
Mm-hmm. I had no idea how old Archie Manning was.
No. But I'm glad that he's alive.
I'm over the moon that
he's alive. A little bit of a jump scare. Yes. So if you want to go find the fantastic journalistic work that they're doing at the Clarion Ledger, you can go view that clip show.
No.
What?
Many would wonder in a medium that is maybe a little desperate for some clicks. The Clarion Ledger knew exactly what they were doing. I actually don't necessarily think that that's the case here.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think this is a cheap, like, hey, let's, we're getting a slideshow about Archie Manning, and it's on our website right now. Let's go put it up. Let's go tweet it.
I'm betting there was an inter-office conversation, something to the extent of, I can put a slideshow of Archie Manning on our website, put any headline on it, and it'll get 27,000 clicks or something like that.
It turns out it got a lot more than that.
Yeah. Just guys, nobody cares about the district election coming up.
Just do a slideshow of Archie Manning.
Put Archie Manning's face up there.
Also, great text here from the 402.
Hi, 402.
Tough look for Cooper.
Yes, he was not included.
Archie Manning, Ole Miss football legend, dad of Eli Peyton, grandfather of Arch, is 75. No mention of Cooper, even though his son and both of his brothers got mentioned.
I mean,
that is a very tough day for Cooper.
It is. Would you sacrifice your own name for your son to be in there?
Arch was getting on there no matter what.
Yeah,
he was getting on there no matter what. They had plenty of characters left to fit Cooper in there.
It was already long.
It would have been fine. Also, any of the other Mannings that are known or unknown.
Yeah.
But Cooper, poor guy, got left
catch
out.
A break.
Now, when they actually have to, unfortunately, one day do Archie's obituary, hopefully Cooper gets in there.
Yeah, maybe we're floating these things out there now so that we can get it right when the big day comes.
Yeah. Seems important. Let's go over to Bronny James.
Bronny.
Remember Bronny?
How could I forget?
He's an LA Laker. And he signed a 4-year contract today as well to be a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. His dad
for 4 years
has also signed a very lucrative contract. Even amidst rumors that he would not sign a very lucrative contract due to adding more players.
Yeah, hey, he's going to take a pay cut for DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, that did not happen. Instead, Dalton Connect, Bronny's Lakers draftee partner.
Named after the guy in Roadhouse.
Is he?
Yeah.
Was that the story that came out from Dalton Connect? Wow. Yeah. Here were some of the things that were said yesterday at Bronny's press conference. I've kind of felt bad for Dalton Connect because he was just sitting there the whole time. People were like, I got to ask about this Bronny guy.
Hey, let's all bring some Dalton Connect questions too. Okay.
Here is, here's JJ Redick on
Coach.
Yeah. Here's JJ Redick on LeBron James Jr. Quote, Rob Pelinka and I didn't give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this. Bronny has earned this through his hard work. Thoughts?
Yeah,
Bronny's definitely earned this. That's for sure.
Gonna disagree.
Yeah, quote from Bronny, for sure. Amplified amount of pressure, Bronny said, of the attention surrounding his joining of the Lakers. I've already seen it on social media and stuff and the internet and stuff, and talking about that, I might not deserve an opportunity. But I've been dealing with stuff like this my whole life. So it's nothing different. But it's more amplified for sure, but I'll get through it. That's what Bronny said. Now, Bronny, you can understand why people were maybe a little bit more okay with you getting opportunities at like Sierra Canyon and USC, and maybe not so much in the NBA.
Seems
So
different.
I
yeah,
don't think that
yeah.
it is quite exactly the same. Here was the best one, though. As we all know, LeBron, Papa, as a, he's been known to extrapolate the truth a little bit.
Oh.
He's been known to, I don't know, for example, he considers himself a purveyor of pop culture.
He's got his finger on the pulse.
He's got his finger on the pulse. And so if you ask him something that he's clearly supposed to have seen before or heard of before, he'll say, yes, of course. I knew that was going to happen, and I knew that you were going to ask me about that. And yes, of course, I've done that. When really he usually hasn't. My favorite was the one time when they asked him what his favorite movie was, and he said it was The Godfather, and then he was asked what his favorite quote was from The Godfather, and then he said that he liked all of them.
All of the quotes. All of the quotes in that 2 hour and 40-minute movie.
Yes. It's so hard to pick. I like all of them.
Sorry, 255.
So here's Bronny on.
Did we ask him his favorite movie?
We did not.
Damn.
But a really good example of apple not falling far from the tree. Quote, Rob has told me that there's great development system here, so I just want to come in and get my work in and get better every day. Also, I never really had a thought of me going to play with my dad, but that's always there to take part of. But that wasn't the main focus of mine. I've never really had a thought of me going to play with my dad in the NBA. I really like how they're playing this. I really like how the Jameses are playing this, which is, this is just lucky. I mean, like, he just happened to fall to us at 55, and he just,
guys, no one's ever done this before.
He happened to be there, and it was just, it was kismet. Just the way it worked out, it was just so perfect. And I consider myself lucky that, that I get to play with my son. I'm the first person in an NBA history to be able to do this. This was not a synchronized,
calculated event for the last 4 years.
No, this was not that. This was definitely not that. I never really thought. I mean, Bronny just said, I never thought about it before. I never even considered it. Never considered it.
I want to sit here and say,
I like these guys.
It'll work itself out.
What do you mean?
He'll get on the floor and be not ready, and they just won't play him. But I know that's not the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's not going to be the 12th man on that team.
Yeah, I don't know. He shouldn't he shouldn't play, but he's going to play. And yeah, I mean, I just really like how LeBron and the James family is just trying to play this so cool. They're just like, no, we didn't. It's just a great thing for me and my family. This is a great thing for me and my family. This was not at all orchestrated. Never thought about it really before at all. Just now, it just happened to fall into our lap this way, and I'm very happy about that.
So it's the lie that you don't like, that you don't appreciate.
No, I just said I like it. I like it all. I love the way that they're playing this.
Okay.
I love the way that they're playing this. I hope it works out for them very well.
I wonder if anyone in basketball circles will have anything to say about this.
Nah. It's dead serious. Frankly, I do not care. I do not care. I think it's stupid, and it's a bad look. But yeah, do you, man? You're LeBron James. You get the power to bring your kid into the league, and then also keep lying to us about how the circumstances in which he got into the league. It's fine, do whatever you got to do. But don't make Bronny to be out like I said. We started this topic a couple of weeks ago. Like, you are putting your kid, if you're LeBron, you're putting your kid in a bad position. This is not an advantageous thing for his development. It is not an advantageous thing for his basketball playing career. is going to get exposed if he plays at whatever, whatever. It's going to happen, right? They're going to pick on him, and they're going to pick on him more because he's LeBron James' kid. Don't tell us that, it's a good thing.
I need somebody to sign Pat Bev to a contract because he's a free agent right now. And then I will immediately circle the Pat Bev versus Bronny James game.
Exciting.
On my NBA calendar, because that guy is going to say something, and then LeBron's going to have a decision to make. Like, I'm LeBron James. I cannot get into a scuffle, but I'd like to defend my son. This guy's picking on my son.
Yeah.
Who does he send out there to?
Can't wait.
Hard foul Pat Bev.
Can't wait till that happens. Big Al writes in.
Hi, Big Al.
His agent literally threatened any other team to not draft him, or he's going to play in Australia. Yes, correct. Do they think we are all dumb? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I think they do.
Or maybe they just don't care. Who knows? Right.
Well, I mean, we've seen that if you can keep your head down and just press on through the shame,
things just go away.
Yeah, it goes away.
But here's the problem: he has to be good. He has to be a decent player in order for it to go away. In order for us to be like, oh yeah, he deserves to be here. He's not taking a roster spot away from somebody else. He has to be a decent player in order to do that. So they're going to have to really drop some ways to put him in some advantageous positions. That's for sure. I don't know how you can. All right. Back after this with Mitch Sherman of The Athletic on a Wednesday on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Previously on Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
I mean, yeah, Nebraska's going to be a sexy pick. It's a very, dare I say, manageable schedule.
No, winnable games all over the schedule.
People really like the cut of Matt Rule's gym. This doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I am not surprised that this is the conversation. Quite frankly, I'd rather have this than the opposite.
Sure. Unsportsmanlike Conduct with John Bishop and Josh Peterson. Weekdays 2 to 6 on 1620 The Zone. Your Omaha area forecast presented by Funplex Water Park and Rides from the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy, warm, and just a tad muggy here for your Wednesday afternoon with a high today in Omaha of 86 degrees and light winds out of the southwest up to 10 miles an hour. Skies become mostly cloudy overnight with a slight chance for stray storms and showers well after midnight, a low of 66. For your Independence Day Thursday, mostly cloudy, a bit cooler with a high of 79 and a 60% chance of scattered showers and storms through the morning and first half of the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KETV Newswatch 7.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Stay cool with 35% off new Champion windows. Don't burn your money on high energy bills. Get new energy efficient windows from Champion. 35% off. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window you replace. The more you buy, the more you save. We help you choose the best design options for your home. We then build your project in our very own factory. Our install team manages your project every step of the way, and it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Plus, we're giving away the chance to win a $50,000 home makeover. Enter online today. Turn your house into your dream home with more livable space in a new Champion sunroom, or enhance your curb appeal with new siding. Now 35% off. Don't wait. This sale won't last long. 35% off windows, sunrooms, and siding. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window you replace. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit championsavenow.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. While discounts apply to our regular prices, select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
They say health is wealth, and I could not agree more. That's why if you or somebody in your life is living with everyday aches and pains, I want to tell you about Relief Factor. And I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. Naturally. Now that's a big deal. Developed by doctors. Relief Factor's unique formula of ingredients all work together to help support your body's response to inflammation. Instead of masking pain for a couple of hours, Relief Factor actually helps reduce or even eliminate your pain for good. Whether it's neck, back, joint, or muscle pain, if you're looking to feel better, live better, give Relief Factor a try. In 3 weeks, you will know if it's working because you'll feel it. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Save on your first order. Don't let pain tell you how to live. Fight back naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
When it comes to concrete repair, EverLevel has some serious game. Coach Greg McDermott here to coach you on why you should choose EverLevel Concrete Repair. They've got the fundamentals to fix your cracked and uneven concrete, and their products will give you the best defense against future damage. It's a fraction of the price compared to replacement, and their solutions come with a long-term transferable warranty. Working with EverLevel is a slam dunk. Call EverLevel Concrete Repair today for your free inspection.
Who do you want to talk about first?
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
He can play, and we need people that can play.
And we'll never be royals. Let me live that fantasy.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic, on the Connor Happer Show, on 1620 The Zone.
He can play.
All right, joined down the 42 Degrees Source Hotline by Mitch Sherman of The Athletic. Mitch, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am well. How are things?
Good. Did you get the flood taken care of? I mean, if you live in Gretna, if you live on the south side of town, your basement's probably undergone some water in the last couple of days.
Well, I mean, if things, I don't know, probably not everybody. I would say it's not a huge percentage of my friends and neighbors who had to endure what I did, but I had a window that just had too much water around it, and that led to bad things that happened in the middle of the night. And it's okay. It's much better than it was 24 hours ago. Thanks for asking. I still have some things to dry out and maybe some stuff to replace.
Hey, we talked about this on the podcast this morning. So if you want a deeper look at it, you can go check that out, Locked On Nebraska. But let's talk about the turnovers. This is one thing that Matt Rule is he seems certain about. He seems certain that Nebraska will not be as bad as they were in the turnover categories last year. Do you believe him? That doesn't seem to be just him saying things. I think there's reasons behind it. But how much better can Nebraska be in the turnover category this year?
Yeah, it's like saying, like after like a horrible hurricane comes through or something, that like the next week is not going to be as bad as that.
There won't be another one
before.
Don't worry.
Yeah, and if there is, it won't be as bad. I mean, look, they were minus 17, and when we talked about it this morning, it just kind of reminded me of all of the just the wild nature of last season and how many. It wasn't, like minus 17 in itself is horrific, and it was second to last in the country. It's as bad as Nebraska's been, I think, at any time in its history. The turnover numbers don't go back really beyond like the 90s as far as what you are plus minus on a season, and you'd have to find box scores and add them up, which I'm not doing. But they were minus 17 in 07, and so that matched last year, and then they've been on the negative side 18 of the last 20 seasons. Before that, they were usually positive, and sometimes positive in a big way. That was how Tom Osborne won games, amazingly, in part. But I think that So it's not odd that Rule is basically promising that things are going to be better. They were really, really bad in that category last year. And the question is, do they have the pieces to make it a lot better? And, that's open for debate. We kind of debated it, and maybe didn't debate, but we discussed it. They have a freshman quarterback, presumably, and new pieces all over the field on the offensive side at wide receiver in particular, and, some new stuff at running back. So we'll see, if they can mesh and come together quickly enough to get to a place where maybe they actually generate more on the defensive side than they give up offensively. That would be a huge win for Nebraska. It happened just twice in the last 20 years. If they could be in the black on the turnover category.
I think a big part of this is running the quarterback. How much you run the quarterback. I mean, the quarterbacks were responsible for 9 out of the 15 fumbles that they had last year. The more you run the quarterback, the more he's in harm's way, and the more that they're going to put the ball on the turf. It was that way with Adrian Martinez and any other running quarterback who's come before him at Nebraska over the last 10 to 15 years here. How much are you under, Mitch, the impression that they will use the quarterback run game this year? It's something that we haven't talked about in a while, but now that we have maybe a little better grasp on this, and Rule kind of offhand mentioned it the other day, we're gonna do some of that. How much is some of running the quarterback in a design way?
Well, Jeff Sims showed that you don't even have to run the quarterback in order for the quarterback to lose fumbles. So
that's true.
He can do
just
it right
be
off
in the
snap.
shotgun snap. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Rule is going to just continue to be vague about this and play it coy. And he might say in one interview that we are going to incorporate QB run, and then he might say in another that we don't expect to do it nearly as much because he wants to keep opponents guessing. When you have the element of surprise with a true freshman coming in and really a reconfigured offense, a much different offense than what Nebraska ran last year when you had option elements, and the Heinrich Harburg offense was different than the Jeff Sims offense, and both of those offenses will be different than the Dylan Raiola offense. It's not going to be a lot. I mean, I designed run plays for the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty.
I was going to say, what if I told you that I don't think it's going to be any? I don't think they're going to do any of it.
That would surprise me. I think you have to have it in your arsenal, and you pull it out a couple of times a game. He's not going to put up any kind of numbers. I mean, his numbers is rushing yardage may be negative for the season.
Yep.
Yep. But as far as on designed runs, I mean, he isn't a bad runner. It's just not his strength. And the other factor is you don't want to put him in a position where he's running down the field, one, because he's more likely to fumble than anyone else, and two, you need to protect him. That's valuable, valuable goods right there. So he'll slide when he does scramble. There'll be a QB draw or an RPO play that could incorporate something with him. I mean, they're not running an option with him. I'd be shocked. But I mean, it's certainly not an option where it's a real option. Sometimes you have they'll take off down the line out of the shotgun, and the QB will pitch it, and it's like, oh, look, they ran the option. It's like, well, there was no option for the quarterback to run on that play,
yeah.
So it's not really an option. Maybe he could drop back and pass, but that's the RPO stuff I'm talking about. And maybe he keeps the ball, once a game or less in that kind of a situation. So it's pretty limited.
Yeah, that's what I would imagine too. And so as far as the offense is concerned, they have to kind of replace those numbers a little bit that they've been so heavily reliant on. But the other side that goes into the turnover margin, Mitch, is the defense and how much you get. You talked about it a little bit before. So they got 14 turnovers last year, and they want to generate more this year. It was a really good defense just from a statistical standpoint and what they did not allow. How much of a jump, if any, do you expect in the explosives on defense, meaning turnovers, sacks, game-changing plays, stuff like that on the defensive side of the ball?
I'm sure if you asked Tony White and you got him in an honest moment, they would say they want to double that number and, generate 2+ turnovers a game, which then that would put them really high. And you'd be hard pressed to think that they weren't going to be pretty good in the margin category, because you're not going to turn it over 31 times again. I think we've established that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there'll be a jump in explosives, in part because it's the second year in this scheme, and there are a lot of players at every level of the defense who can be leaders and who can help Nebraska get organized. And they did a great job last year of looking like a defensive group that had played in that scheme for more than one season. But I think they did put a lot of energy and effort into getting themselves lined up, being fundamental, not making the kind of mistakes that led to big plays. So where it possibly, where you might have the biggest room for growth in this defense is then taking it to the next level and stripping the football, generating pass rush in ways that they maybe didn't try as much as they could have last year, and being ball hawks in the secondary, taking risks, going after balls in the air. So that stuff's going to lead to turnovers, and they just have some more explosive players. Players who've been in the weight program for another year and are bigger and stronger, and that's going to lead to the ability to make more explosive plays. So yeah, I think it's going to go up. I do. I mean, I know Tony says that he gets no credit. He should get no credit for what happened last year because this is a new team and a new defense. And as far as he's concerned, he's the worst defensive coordinator in America, and that's great stuff. But no, I do think there's a building process with this scheme, and especially with the players who are coming back, and that's going to lead to some chaos.
During the show today, I'm gonna do a segment, and I'm gonna rank the top 5 Big Ten coaches of who this is a big year for. We always refer to coaches and we say this is a big year for this coach because it kind of could go one way or the other. It's an important sort of defining year. When I say it's a big year for blank coach in the Big Ten, who's the first person that comes to your mind?
You should then, on your next show, do a segment on the coaches that it's not a big year for.
The rest of them, right? Yeah, no. It's a big year for everybody.
Yeah, see what you can come up with for the coaches that this year just really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's a big year for PJ Fleck. I don't know why that one just came rushing to the top of my head. I'm sure it's the answer that no one expected, but
he's on my list.
They're kind of in a place at Minnesota where it's like, hey, they had some good momentum going, and it was like, he came up for jobs, and it's like, well, what's happened the last year or so? Are they still trending up, or did they plateau and now they're like declining back down? And now you don't have the comfort of the Big Ten West for Minnesota to play in. You're not going to get to play familiar opponents, and let's face it, the weaker side of the Big Ten every year. So yeah, I think it's a big year for him because he's been there long enough where it's he's kind of in that spot where like you're not staying the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And that applies to everybody, but I think for a coach, like year 8, 9, something like that, it's not that long. 7, you see that even magnified. So PJ Fleck, I think it's a big year for James Franklin.
Always.
Yeah, it is always a big year for James Franklin. You can always come up with the reasons, and it's always really just kind of the same reason. It's like, okay,
how good are
they? They got some good players. There's star power on defense. Like, but are they? Can they beat Ohio State?
Right.
Can they beat Michigan? This should be the year they can beat Michigan. I mean, Michigan's rebuilding a little bit. So yeah, big year for James Franklin. If maybe they're out of the East.
Yes.
So,
theoretically helps
maybe
them.
the balance, maybe a little more balance in the schedule can take Penn State and take them up a notch. And like also, if you're Penn State, you're thinking, all right, 12-team college football playoff. This Penn State should be in that. And I think if you don't make it, which is by no means a lock, if you don't make it, then that's a real disappointment.
Penn State is definitely one of the biggest winners of this because I'm looking at their conference schedule right now. So they get Ohio State at home, but they do not get Michigan at all this year. Not that Michigan is like one of the
year you want to play Michigan, but
right? But Illinois, UCLA, USC, Wisconsin, Washington, Purdue, Minnesota, Maryland. I mean that's definitely a playoff team. Yeah,
it should be. It could be. I don't want to say it should be because start going through SEC schedules and look at those teams and figure out how many teams are going to actually make it from the Big Ten. And it's It should be, but
maybe that's why it's a big year for James Franklin.
Good. Is he on your list too?
He actually didn't make it, which is weird, but he probably should be. By the way, this is
big year for Luke Fickell.
Big year for Luke Fickell. Which direction are they going to go? So PJ, by the way, so he's been at Minnesota for 7 years, and they went 6-7 last year. They went back-to-back 9-win seasons, 21 and 22. But here's the thing with him: he's always on somebody's hot board at the end of the year. He always pops up on it feels like he wants to go up a level, and he can't do that if they win 6 games again. That's the problem with him.
Yeah, there's such a limit. Because he's PJ Fleck and because he's row the boat and quirky and appeals to some people and then doesn't appeal to other people. There's always a limited, and that's why he's at Minnesota. That's why he went from Western Michigan to Minnesota instead of Western Michigan to Michigan or
right.
or UCLA. Like because it takes a unique athletic director and a unique fan base who's going to embrace him. Yeah. So he's almost like the bar is almost higher for him if he's going to move up from Minnesota. Like they have to like somehow produce an 11-win season, or he's just got to find that like perfectly right match where another coach who had the same success as PJ Fleck might have moved on a few years ago.
All right, Mitch, enjoy your long weekend. Enjoy the 4th, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you. Same to you. Stay safe. Take
Mitch
care.
Sherman of The Athletic, also a co-host of the Locked On Nebraska podcast. If you want some takes from Mitch on the reg, on the semi-daily at the moment, and then when we get back into actually in a couple of weeks, we'll go back to 5 a week.
Hello.
Yeah. But right now we're chilling at 3. So we did 3 for you this week, and then we got Mitch on the show to wrap it all up. Stay tuned. My Big Ten coaches' big year for blank rankings are coming up.
This is big. This is huge, guys.
At some point, probably, there's not much space left, maybe at like 12:30.
Okay.
The tweet bag is also coming up here in about 15 minutes. Get your questions in. We'll go sports. We'll go random. We'll go whatever you'd like on that one. But
really mix it up today, people.
Before we do that, it is the odd news next on 1620 The Zone.
The best way to catch all the action is on 1620 The Zone. And no line for the bathroom.
Worried about damage from the recent storms? J-Tech Construction is a local company you can count on to make your home right again. We are the official exterior experts of the Huskers. J-Tech Construction's team of experts can help you with your insurance restoration process. Turn to who the Huskers turn to and call 402-261-3682 today for your free assessment. Whether it's hail, wind, or just time for an update, J-Tech Construction's team is the trained local solution you can count on. Call 402-261-3682 today.
Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. EquitableOnline.com.
Hear that? The relaxing sound of ambient music in a yoga class. And if you were here, you'd listen to 15 people taking a deep breath in sync. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get a quote today and see if you could save with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And find inner peace with a different pose called Palms on Handlebars. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/sports. Ramp.com/sports. RAMP.com/sports.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, the odd news with Odd Son. Odd news, Odd Son. See what we did there? The odd news with Oddson.
Here's a TV nugget from Fox's Michael Mulvihill.
That's the the draft guy.
Yep. The guy who showed up to that Clat show with the loafers and that guy's awesome. I love that guy.
Never got back to my interview request.
So here's a beautiful, beautiful tweet that he did because it leaves so much room for interpretation. Let me know how you take this.
Okay.
Through Monday, the Euros, aka the UEFA Cup, on the Fox networks are averaging the same audience as Caitlin Clark games on all networks, both averaging 1.24 million viewers.
Okay.
Is the story here that people aren't watching either or are watching both? You'll never know.
I don't know. Depends on what network I work for.
He says that, he works for Fox. That seems pretty flattering to the Euros. Clark is probably one of the 5 most talked about people in the country right now, and the Euro soccer tournament airing mostly in the weekday afternoon windows in the U.S. is rating just as well. So that's how he spun it. He says, shout out to Fox because the Euros are rating just as well. Now, I'll say this, Michael. Little bit tougher to find Caitlin Clark games. Little tougher.
She's not on Big Fox.
No. So there's that. But I love when people compare things that never get compared to each other, like the Bubble Guppies and Skip Bayless show.
Bubble Guppies is fire.
Yeah. So they say. Josh,
Connor,
what do we have today?
Well, we normally make fun of the Mets in this segment. I would like to extend an olive branch of peace.
Really?
From the Atlanta Braves fans to the New York Mets fans and say, congratulations, New York Mets.
This is surprising.
For having a chart-topping artist on your
classic
team.
Mets. Classic Mets. Like I said a couple weeks ago, why is it the weirdest stuff happens with them? Oh, it turns out Jose Iglesias has a top single and he's going to perform it. The Mets have also now sucked since he performed it live.
That's right. Jose Iglesias, an infielder for the New York Mets, has the #1 song on the Latin charts with I don't know. Oh My God, I think is what it's called. That's why whenever somebody
it's called Oh My God.
I think so. Whenever somebody hits a home run, they have that OMG sign.
Oh, really?
He wrote OMG. He's a lifelong music fan, and
it is called OMG.
He described to SNY. He's trying to maximize the possibility of enjoyment. And, he slipped it in as a walk-up song, and the song grew and grew and grew, and now he's the man.
Yeah, his music name is Candelita. Candelita, which is translated to small candle. Wouldn't it be?
It's a cool name.
Wouldn't it be? I mean,
sure.
Assuming candle in Spanish is candle.
I don't know.
That can't be right, though. Or candle lit. Candle lit. Candelita.
Because it's lit?
Candle lit, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a cool music name, actually, now that I think about it. So I don't really like Jose Iglesias. Because he spent a lot of years in the Detroit Tigers making a lot of like really nice plays on defense at shortstop against the Kansas City Royals. So I don't really care about Jose Iglesias. But I'm happy he's on the Mets. It seems like a right place for him. I had no idea he had this hidden talent. Good for him. And so you have these two things. You have Grimace and then you have Cantalita. They're just, going up against each other at the moment. It's created a very, very confusing atmosphere for Mets fans. Are they good? Are they not good? Nobody really knows.
Well, Mets fans are comparing this to the year 2000 when they really rallied around the Baja Men and their hit single, Who Let the Dogs Out?
Who.
And I don't know if you remember what happened to the Mets in the year 2000, Connor.
They went to the World Series.
That's right.
Lost.
No, doesn't matter. They got there.
I mean, that's what I try to tell my Mets fan friends about 2015, and they say,
you got there.
Bleep you, Connor.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
Next. The Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, what about them?
Heartwarming story. Nothing but good guys on that Kansas City Royals team. MJ Melendez. He made a rare baseball card. He found out a rare baseball card with him on it is just out in the ether, out in public. And he said, whoever gets me that card, I will fly you out to a game and make you a trade for that card. He tweeted this in January. On Tuesday, yesterday, he fulfilled his promise, signing several items in a trade for a pair of baseball fans. Kevin and Owen Heath met with Melendez during batting practice yesterday. There, they gave Melendez a one-of-one signed baseball card that they had from when he played with Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Classic. Kevin Heath said, quote, as soon as I found out he wanted it, it was his, in my opinion. If he wanted it, it should be his. The moment I found out he wanted the card, I was very cautious that we kept it until the day we were able to give it to him, Owen Heath said. Very smart businessman there. Hey, I'm not just going to send this card to MJ Melendez.
Yeah.
Now, in exchange for the card, Melendez signed a jersey, a bat, and batting gloves for the duo.
I'd say good trade.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell wants an MJ Melendez card?
MJ Melendez Puerto Rico World Baseball Classic card.
Who wants that who's not MJ Melendez?
Right.
That's correct, Josh. Nobody.
No, nobody.
So you found the highest possible bidder on the MJ Melendez card.
No one was going to give you more for that.
And you cashed in. You did a great job. Shout out to MJ. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
He is starting to hit a little bit now, so I like him a little more.
Okay. Your friend.
By the way,
ahead,
just one more quick thing,
please.
What's up with the youths? Even the youths of baseball now, even as the Gen Zers start to take over baseball, they love collecting cards. They love it.
Are cards back?
I mean, cards. We had this craze. We hit this craze a couple of years ago, and the Gen Zers must have been all the way in on it because that's all I ever hear from the player of that age. MJ, Bobby does it too. Like all the dudes, basically the entire Royals core right now, they are collectors of baseball cards. You guys are sick weirdos.
Do you think there's like a Pokemon connection there where like they grew up collecting Pokemon cards?
No, that's the wrong generation. That's millennials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Pokemons were for me. These kids grew up online and they're trying to get rare cards. I don't know. They are definitely back. They're definitely back. People are buying and trading cards again for sure. And the kids are way into it.
Good. I like this development.
Especially the kids with, a couple $1 million at their disposal.
Oh.
Bobby Wood Jr. just got a $300 million extension, he could buy whatever card he wants.
Sure. Connor, your close personal friend, Nick Wright.
My guy. Great take about replay.
Great take, man. Nick Wright said, what did he say? After this summer, professional athletes might not be able to hit right with the "you've never been on a real court" defense because according to Nick Wright, he is going to audition to be a ball boy at the U.S. Open. Yes, just like Cosmo Kramer in that one episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
On the latest episode of What's Right with Nick Wright, it's a podcast. The FS1 host revealed a few career goals. He would like to be the third broadcaster in an NFL booth.
All right.
Okay.
I bet Fox could make that happen for him.
You probably think that's a lot easier to make happen than it is, Nick, but whatever. Wright also wants to be a poker commentator at some point in his career. Now, I feel like Fox would make that happen in a jiff.
Definitely.
But the most interesting career update is his interest in becoming a ball boy at the U.S. Open. I have a major announcement. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be auditioning to be an official U.S. Open ball boy. That is happening. He is doing it with Chicago Bears reporter and podcast host Mark Carman. According to Wright, this is Carman's lifelong dream.
Yeah.
We got to stop calling things lifelong dreams.
So what do you got to do? What are you going to do?
They're going to put me through the drills. I'm going to be wearing the whole outfit. I'm a little old. I will admit that, but I think I can get it, Wright claimed. I'm going to be a ball boy at the U.S. Open.
I would imagine this is a really competitive space. I would imagine that there's a lot of people who want this job.
And I think you have to have real athletic ability to be, or at least like a good starter in like you got to have a good, quick first step.
Yeah. I don't know how much research he's done. Like, I don't know how much he's looked at it. I would hope a lot because like I said, this seems like a really, really competitive area. A lot of people want this job. It's a coveted job. You have to be a ball boy for the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see if he makes it. I would imagine that they also don't want not to stereotype too much here, but like I would imagine that they want the ball boys to kind of,
blend in.
That's a good word for it, Josh. Blend in.
I don't think ESPN would be thrilled to have Nick Wright.
That'd be funny.
Roaming the baseline.
That'd be funny. I don't know if he has what it takes though. I mean, you could say it all you want, but I don't know if he has what it takes.
I mean, he's going to have to be really good to get. He's going to have to be like better than the worst. He can't be the worst ball boy. He has to be better than the worst ball boy.
Yeah,
to get that gig.
All right, Josh. Thanks.
Thank you, Connor.
That's the odd news. It's the odd news indeed. We look forward to Nick Wright at the U.S. Open potentially coming soon. When is the U.S. Open, by the way? The U.S. Open's always a lot of fun in Flushing, Queens.
I'm not doing a chance thing. It always is around the 11th of September.
Oh, it's usually before that, isn't it? Because I was in town last year when they were about to get going. And I guess, so that would have been like August 20 something. No, you're right. Probably is. Maybe
Main draw August 26th, and your finals will be September 8th.
There you go. Okay. So you were right. Exciting. New York is abuzz about the U.S. Open, as always.
They love Flushing.
Coming right off of the hot dog eating contest out at Coney Island tomorrow. All right, back after this. It's time for the tweet bag. Get your questions in. Get your thoughts in. We go any direction you'd like. This is where you get to make the decisions for us. You get to control us like puppets. Talk about this puppet. Talk about this puppet.
Dance,
you have the
Connor,
opportunity
dance.
to do that when we come back on the tweet bag next on 1620 The Zone.
I'm a fabulous driver.
The Connor Happer Show
I'm one of the best friends you could ever have in your life.
on 1620 The Zone.
I hate you.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
Post Coffee is on a mission to invigorate every workplace with a blend of bold flavors and unforgettable service, creating moments with our coffee, water, and food services that spark joy, productivity, and connection. Call Host Coffee today.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
How do you celebrate the expansion of Lindley Clothing with the addition of Well Suited? Well, you have a BOGO 50% off sale. Right now, Lindley Clothing, buy one, get one 50% off sale on suits and sports coats. Buy one suit or sports coat at regular price and get a suit or sport coat of equal or lesser value at 50% off. Now, the sale is going on now, but it ends with a bang on July 3rd. If you haven't been to Lindley Clothing, get there now and check out Well Suited as well. More sizes, more styles, more selection. In the Linden Market at 132nd and West Dodge, you'll enjoy easy access to Lindley Clothing.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Stay cool with 35% off new Champion windows. Don't burn your money on high energy bills. Get new energy efficient windows from Champion. 35% off. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window you replace. The more you buy, the more you save. We help you choose the best design options for your home. We then build your project in our very own factory. Our install team manages your project every step of the way. And it's all backed by our lifetime guarantee. Plus, we're giving away the chance to win a $50,000 home makeover. Enter online today. Turn your house into your dream home with more livable space in a new Champion sunroom, or enhance your curb appeal with new siding. Now 35% off. Don't wait, this sale won't last long. 35% off windows, sunroofs, and siding. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window you replace. Call 877-GO-CHAMPION or visit championsavenow.com to schedule a free in-home estimate today. All discounts apply to our regular prices. Select styles apply. Minimum purchase required. Cannot be combined with other advertised offers. See store or website for details.
US Cellular Prepaid. Right now, you can get 2 lines with unlimited data for just $60 a month on our great 5G network. So you can stay connected to the people who matter most. US Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
Brent Rasmussen of Mortgage Specialists. Here's a fact that doesn't seem to get mentioned enough. Owning a home actually helps you build personal wealth. Homeownership is a huge factor in building personal wealth. There are some naysayers who say it's too expensive, but rates will come down, and when they do, the competition is going to be fierce. One financial statistic shows that the net worth of those that own a home is 40 times greater than those that rent. So maybe take a few minutes to call me at Mortgage Specialists to go through the reasons why, even though the current market is different, why it's always a good time to buy a home to build your net worth. I'm Brent Rasmussen. Call me at Mortgage Specialists and we can show you all the details. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.
Click mtg-specialists.com. NMLS number 5918, Equal Housing Lender.
Come see your Storm Chasers take on the Iowa Cubs at Warner Park on July 3rd and stick around for one of the biggest fireworks shows in the Metro, presented by FNBO. Tickets at OmahaStormChasers.com.
Everyone get on your feet, stir up the storm with family.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no service fees. Shop ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
This is the Tweet Bag. You send your questions in and we answer them like no other radio segment ever. It's the Tweet Bag on the Connor Happer Show.
It is time for the Tweet Bag. What do you want to talk about? It's up to you. Because the next thing you're going to be subject to on the show is my very cool and very normal list of Big Ten coaches who it's a big year for list. That's going to be next. So you tell us how long you want this segment to last. If you don't want that segment to happen at all, then you'll ask a lot of questions on the Tweet Bag, which starts right now.
A lot of food-related questions in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
Right
yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, quickly before we get going here, Nebraska got a commitment in football.
Hell yeah.
It is not Polynesian.
Not Polynesian?
No, don't.
I can't hit it?
Don't. Oh.
Acknowledge me.
No. We don't need to talk about the Polynesian pipeline. This is the South Dakota pipeline.
That's something else, Connor.
The Keystone Pipeline?
No.
Okay. Wait. Sean Hammerbeck, great name.
Great football name.
Plays offensive line.
Oh.
And here's the best part, maybe. He's from Winner, South Dakota. Winner, not Wimmers or Wimmer. Winner. Winner. He's a winner. What is the mascot of the Winner High School?
Can we just put this guy's name on the side of the building now, or?
Yeah, we could just put Winner up there. So Winner High School, South Dakota. I gotta find the Winter Warriors.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Winter Warriors could have been the Winter Winners.
That would have been unique.
Seems like an oversight. It's about let's see, how far of a drive is that going to be from? It's about a 5-hour drive from where we sit right here in Midtown Omaha, Dundee. Yeah, you gotta take a variety of different roads to get there. It's kind of up by our friends in Valentine-ish. That way.
Okay.
So you can go through the Sandhills to get there if you want to take the long route, or you can go up, through Norfolk. But it's pretty close to the Nebraska border. Winner, South Dakota. Me and Schaefer used to do the game of we learn about the town, from their Wikipedia page when Nebraska got a commit.
Okay.
Should we do that game right now?
I like the sound of this.
All right. So Winner, South Dakota incorporated in 1911. Their town motto, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Okay. That makes sense, actually.
Their claim to fame, Jim Palmer, Hall of Fame pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, played for a collegiate summer league team in Winner in 1963. Here's what he said about the town, quote, "There are 2,500 people in Winner. There are 4 girls in town, 2 restaurants, 1 movie, no TV, no air conditioning, and the temperature is always about 100. So he had a glowing review of Winner. So there you go. That's what that's your lesson on Winner, South Dakota. Population, according to the 2020 census, 2921.
That's good. Solid.
Yeah. Nice. Good.
Healthy.
Town. Good town. All right. 15 dudes in the recruiting class. Only 1 winner. What do we got?
We got a lot of food questions in the bag today. Joel starts us off. What do you associate with celebrating America? Burgers and dogs, barbecue, fried chicken, other?
Like with the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burgers and dogs. The grill.
Yeah.
Bro tanks.
Definitely.
I associate bro tanks with the 4th of July.
I need all of you men to look at yourself in the mirror. Literally.
Don't wear bro tanks.
You're probably not pulling that off. Okay.
No. Throw a shirt over your bro tank.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I'm going to see a lot of bro tanks at the ballpark tonight. People are going to get ready to go. Get your bro tanks out. So I associate bro tanks.
Mm-hmm.
When did that start, by the way? When did bro tanks start? Usually, when I was a kid, they were just tanks. They were just tank tops. And now they're bro tanks. They have been bro tanks for quite some time. I'm not sure where that started.
According to Urban Dictionary, bro tanks were popularized by the gentleman on the Jersey Shore TV show about 5 years ago. So this is a very dated.
Yeah. Jersey Shore did not happen
article
5 years ago. Okay, so Jersey Shore made the bro tank. That's cool.
I guess.
That's cool. Yeah, it's burgers and dogs. It's burgers and
definitely. Dogs. Now there's better foods.
Of course there is. But this is the one I most closely
yeah,
associate with the 4th of July. It's not barbecue. It's not fried chicken. Like burgers, dogs, pasta salad, stuff like that. I could picture the 4th of July plate for sure.
Ed tweets in.
Ed,
what's a proper punishment for the person who brings potato salad with raisins to the barbecue this weekend?
Am I going to ask a controversial question like what's wrong with the raisins? What's wrong with raisins?
What's wrong with no, nothing is wrong with raisins. Raisins are fine. They're delicious, healthy-ish. In the potato salad, they don't belong in the potato salad, Connor.
Probably not, but I never even heard of that. That's like saying what happens to the guy who puts quarters in the potato salad. It's like, I don't know. You just take the quarters out.
I put a sign on all my dishes of potato salad that says, don't put pennies in the potato salad.
Like you don't. What's so hard about taking the raisins out? You really want that potato salad really bad. You scoop it onto your plate like a sick, disgusting person, and then you pick the raisins out. If you don't want the raisins, what's wrong with that?
If you're putting raisins in your potato salad, there has to
Who's doing that?
I think there has to be some type of water torture.
Who's putting raisins in the potato salad?
You got to get hit with a water balloon or get thrown in the pool.
I'm having difficulty with this question because I've never seen that or heard of that before.
People who don't know how to cook think that, I'll put raisins in the potato salad and it'll really jazz it up.
No. What? Who thought that? People, in order to jazz things up, put raisins in the item? I don't think so, Josh.
It'll really zhuzh it up.
I don't think that's right.
Connor, look at Google potato salad with raisins. Tons of recipes.
So when I type in on Google potato salad with, here are the first things that come up. Potato salad with eggs. Potato salad with dill. Potato salad with bacon. Potato salad with frozen potatoes. Potato salad with red potatoes. Potato salad with frozen diced potatoes. Potato salad with sour cream. And then potato salad with raisins. I don't see anything wrong with this.
I mean,
so maybe I'm saying no punishment at all.
Well,
no punishment at all.
Typically that you would.
Kiwara was asked a question. Why would anyone put raisins in potato salad? I read this question to my husband after he heard me go, what the bleep at the computer. I thought it was a joke. He told me, no, it's really a thing. Hate to say it, but it's true. People put raisins in their potato salad. It's apparently the Brazilian potato salad. So there you go. I got no problem with it. Ed, how about grow up, eat a raisin?
Wow.
Yeah, grow up.
I can't find the clip, but do you remember the Black Jeopardy skit from SNL with Chadwick Boseman and Tom Hanks?
Yes, I do.
There's a raisins in the potato salad joke.
Really? Is it
within that? Yeah.
It's a black thing?
No, it's a white thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never had it, but I don't see the problem.
Why would you?
I am white, after all.
People forget.
Cats Are Funny writes in, yet again, Happer proving that he has the worst food takes. Also, a little more harsh from the 402. This just proves public executions are still needed occasionally.
Would never come on the air and publicly condone that.
Strong. This texter seems maybe a little strong.
Mike tweets in on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, good tweet on the YouTube, Mike.
Went to my local Crime Town supermarket last night, and all the sugar cookies were sold out. I was told because of the holiday. Are sugar cookies July 4th's dessert?
Yes.
He adds, I would vote apple pie because America, or just watermelon or other fruit.
We have a good understanding of what America is now. How difficult is it to make an apple pie?
Not terribly.
Nope. But comparatively, how much easier is it to go to the store and buy those horrible, horrible sugar frosted cookies?
Oh, that's a lot easier.
It sure is.
I could watch probably one, maybe two more episodes of The Bear if I just buy the cookies.
And you can buy them in bulk, too. You could just get a whole stack of them, and they'll put whatever you want on top of them.
There's 6 people going to the party. Should I buy 48 cookies?
Yes.
Yes, I should. Okay.
Yes. So that, I mean, that's an easy explainer on why the sugar cookies were gone. There's those cookies at every single party.
It's so easy.
There might be more cookies than like hot dogs.
Wow. Should there
party.
be an accompanying cookie eating contest?
No, there should
the
not
hot
be.
dog eating contest?
No, there should not be.
Do you think Crumble Cookies would like to get in on a lucrative sponsorship deal?
Like if I'm doing a big 4th of July, like if I'm at a big 4th of July party, like I'm in somebody's backyard or something like that, which I guess I will be tomorrow. It's not a big party, it's just a couple. And so what I will usually do is, instead of like grabbing the plate and sitting down and feasting, this is why it's not Thanksgiving, right? The whole point of Thanksgiving is to sit down and eat. At 4th of July, like, I'm going to make myself up a hot dog and I'm going to take it and walk around with it. A walk dog, if you will. And then I'll maybe go back through the line, and maybe I will grab a plate this time and I'll put the potato salad on and I'll grab another hot dog. Or this time I'll grab a hamburger, right? But I'm going to be moving at the 4th of July party. Moving around, doing some stuff, seeing what's out there, blowing some stuff up, throwing the football, throwing the frisbee, playing some bags. No drinking.
Because you hate drinking.
Drinking is canceled, Josh. Thank you.
Let's produce the show over the air, Connor. I have been sent the potato salad clip from SNL. Would you like to play it?
What if it's bad?
No. This is a classic skit. This is good stuff.
Okay.
Here we go.
Your friend Karen brings her potato salad to your cookout. T'Challa.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. Before I answer, a few questions. This woman, Karen, she is Caucasian, eh?
Yes.
And she has her own recipe for potato salad, eh?
Yeah.
I understand. It is noble that she would volunteer to cook for everyone. And although I have never had potato salad,
of course,
I sense that this white woman does not season her food.
That's right.
And if she does, it is only with a tiny bit of salt.
That's exactly right.
And no paprika.
No paprika, no.
And she will probably add something unnecessary like raisins.
I know, right?
So something tells me that I should say...
Say it!
Oh, hell no, Karen. Keep your brand-ass potato salad to yourself.
But what if you seasoned it correctly and put the raisins in it?
Well, many would say if you season it correctly, it does not need the raisins.
Nothing needs raisins. Nothing, Josh.
That's a great
Nothing needs raisins. There's just there.
Yeah.
When else would you eat raisins other than to put it on top of stuff that it doesn't need to be in? Never.
Great take.
There has to be a place and a time for raisins.
Chris emails in.
Hi, Chris.
Now that you are seen on YouTube, that's right, zonetv.live. If NRG required everyone to dress formally every day, which host or producer would have the biggest gripe about it?
Well, I mean, Josh Peterson.
Yeah.
He is the biggest complainer about all things. So, yeah, definitely.
Many times that complaining turns into advocating for a better life for all of us.
Yeah, which is great. We love it.
Yeah.
It's the proper ecosystem of how things work around here. But yeah, it's definitely going to be Josh. Now, I thought you were going to ask who would be the best dressed.
Well, I mean,
if I had to wear a suit every
Gary's
day,
fit is rad.
That's true. If I had to wear a suit every day, I would have to go get some more suits because I think I'm working with about 2 right now. I'm rotating between 2.
I could cobble together one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you would not be in good shape.
Not be.
There's a reason for that because you can't really see above our chests.
Right.
So maybe you can wear one of those tuxedo shirts. It will work out for you. Here's Pedro on the text line.
Hi, Pedro.
Hi, guys. The French gave us the Statue of Liberty and the bikini. Which one represents freedom more?
That's actually a great question, Pedro. The Statue of Liberty was looked at as a beacon of freedom for hundreds of years, but I don't think it's viewed as that anymore.
What is it a beacon of now, Josh? Or are you hating on this? Are you trying to cancel the Statue of Liberty?
I'm trying to say that.
Have you ever taken the boat out to the Statue of Liberty?
No.
Oh, it is magical.
People think of other things when they think of America and freedom now.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? People think of other things when they think of America and freedom?
And freedom, yeah.
Oh, I think of freedom when I look at the Statue of Liberty. I go,
well, yeah,
damn, that's
but
awesome.
When you think of freedom, what do you think of?
I also think of that one scene in the Titanic when the boat that came to save everybody. It arrives and it sees the Statue of Liberty for the first time, and they arrived in the rain.
Yeah, that was 1912.
It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, but I still watch Titanic these days.
Not on cable.
Not on cable, though. And not on VHS either.
I think people are... I would lean towards the bikini, more freeing.
I mean, the people have taken too many liberties, speaking of liberty, with the bikini.
Oh, we've gone too far with the bikini?
Yes, of course.
Connor telling women to put on some clothes.
Yeah, put on some clothes, young woman. And people wear bikinis just at all times now. You wear bikinis to the grocery store. There's bikinis everywhere. There's too much bikini.
I will handshake meme with you on the groceries. I understand. You're just running in for a thing of milk,
Yeah,
but
put on a shirt.
Yeah, put on a shirt.
Put on a shirt. That goes for men too.
Yeah.
Put on a shirt. Put on pants.
How about a little
This is a
decorum?
public setting. Yes.
We live in a society.
What happened to that? And I think the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of decorum, a thing that used to be in this country. So Statue of Liberty it is for me, Pedro. Thank you for the question. Venmo Chris writes in.
Hi, Venmo Chris.
Connor, Raisin Bran needs raisins. It's in the name. I'm tired of the raisin slander. Keep up the good work, Chris. Thank you. That one changed fast. All right. Any others?
No. We're ready for the
perfect. You
Connor
guys,
Happer
you
top
guys
five.
badly want the top five. That is me saying, here's my ranking of Big Ten coaches. Big year for blank. Who's it a big year for? Is Matt Rule? Matt Rule on the list?
Now this isn't hot seat.
No,
It's not the hottest. It's not the
different.
5 hottest seats.
It's different. It's
Very.
different than that. Actually, one or two more things before we get there.
Okay.
One more from the tweet bag from the text line just came in. Tweet bag question: is that Josh that does the Omaha Children's Museum commercial? And how many takes did he have to get through before he said "Gaga ball pit" without laughing? Did that? I don't remember this. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm sure this person is telling a truth when they say that I am the voice of a Omaha Children's Museum commercial.
Yes.
I do not remember voicing it.
Mm-hmm. Did you say "Gaga ball pit"?
I'm sure I did.
Okay.
If I have to record something a third time, I'm having a terrible day at work.
Yeah, it really doesn't take that long.
I'm ripping and I'm reading
Yeah,
it, and that's what you're getting.
Really shouldn't take that long.
I got
Also,
things to do.
Josh, I thought this would be the appropriate time to mention your correspondence with Ranger Rick yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
With Ranger Anthony. We were talking about Ranger Anthony in the crossover, and he caught wind of this and listened to the segment and reached out.
He did. My guy, Ranger Anthony, listened, gave us the answers we desperately needed on Aaron Rodgers, pro football, anti everything else.
It sounds like that's a win.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's a win for everybody.
That's what we're looking for in a camp leader.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah.
Text line, Connor has gone too far. He tries to cancel the bikinis and drinking all in one day.
What a weekend to take that stance, Connor.
Also, pro raisins. How old can I be? All right. Back with that top five. My top five. And then Josh's top five after that on 1620 The Zone.
Mornings with Sharp and Hanley.
From the South Bay to the Valley.
Randy Newman.
From the West Side
George Kennedy
to the
indicates.
East Side. Everybody's very happy because the sun is shining all the time. Looks like another perfect day. I love LA. We love it.
Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. Weekdays 6 to 10 on 1620 The Zone. Your Omaha area forecast presented by Funplex Water Park and Rides from the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy, warm, and just a tad muggy here for your Wednesday afternoon with a high today in Omaha of 86 degrees and light winds out of the southwest up to 10 miles an hour. Skies become mostly cloudy overnight with a slight chance for stray storms and showers well after midnight, a low of 66. For your Independence Day Thursday, mostly cloudy, a bit cooler with a high of 79 and a 60% chance of scattered showers and storms through the morning and first half of the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KATV Newswatch 7.
The Connor Happer Show returns in minutes on 1620 The Zone.
Success in today's electrical market requires your company to be able to adjust to an ever-changing field. A partnership with IBEW Local 22 gives you that flexibility with access to journeymen, apprentices, proven training programs, marketing assistants, entry into markets not available before, ability to expand and contract with changing market conditions, and a benefits package for you and your employees. Contact Bob at IBEW Local 22 for additional details at 402-980-7596.
Hi, I'm Nick Bermel, owner of Royalty Roofing. The recent storms wreaked havoc on our community. Our team at Royalty Roofing is here to help. We're local, skilled, licensed, and bonded. We work for you to ensure you get the funds you deserve and make sure that the work is done to your satisfaction. Don't take risks with your biggest investment, your home. We are Better Business Bureau Integrity Award winners and Best of Omaha winners. Cover your roof with Royalty. Visit us today at royaltyroofing.org.
ZZ Top, the Elevation Tour. October 1st, Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Playing all their classic hits. ZZ Top. On sale now at libertyfirstcreditunionarena.com or at the box office.
Bellino Fireworks, a Metro tradition for more than 35 years. Bellino Fireworks is the home of the original buy one, get three free sales special. Bellino Fireworks offers better quality products at a better price than anyone in the Midwest. More than 50 locations in the Omaha Council Bluffs area. There's no need to go anywhere else. Look for their signature inflatables or Bellino flags. Bellino Fireworks, the original buy one, get three free sales special. Visit BellinoFireworks.com for a full list of locations.
Hey, you hear that? That's the sound of loose change in your pocket reminding you to buy a 99-cent medium fountain drink from Casey's. So the next time you hear this, you already know where to go. 99-cent medium fountain drinks. It's not crazy. It's Casey's.
Robin Washut will join us at 1 o'clock. Robin Washut will join us at 1 o'clock. In about 15 minutes, we'll get the top 5 poll questions for the month of June. Any reaction to Josh canceling Lady Liberty or me canceling bikinis in the previous segment?
I think you're probably getting the bigger backlash of the two.
Do we not like America anymore? Apparently we don't. I thought this was America. I don't know. So send those thoughts our way. But I have a list for you first. You know how people say, stupidly, it's a big year for this coach.
I do know that.
As Mitch Sherman very astutely pointed out during our interview about an hour ago, he said, well, you know what I would do, Connor? I would challenge you to go find a coach who it's not a big year for in the Big Ten.
Curt Cignetti.
It's not a big year for him. What if they're horrible?
He can always fall back on first year. We're just flushing out the crap.
Flushing out the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that guy's talked a lot of smack.
Yeah, didn't he say like he
was,
can't wait to contend for a Big Ten title?
Yeah, he's pretty convinced that Indiana is going to be pretty good.
Seems impossible.
It does not seem like a strong possibility. So he's got to back it up. He's talking the smack. He's got to back it up a little bit. So maybe it is a big year for Curt Cignetti. Anyway, I got this idea because I was reading the CBS Sports Big Ten coaches ranking prior to the 2024 season. Who do you? Well, I guess we'll get to my list first, and then we'll talk about the CBS Sports list. Yeah, Josh, Give me the Sounders. We're doing these two segments back to back. Big year for who? Number 5.
God, come on. Take forever.
Number 5.
Oh, it's a big year for Peach.
Peach at number 5.
Peach is in at number 5.
Row the boat.
7 seasons at Minnesota. People forget that they won 11 games in 2019. And when I say people forget, I mean people definitely don't forget. It's like it was yesterday that PJ Fleck was on top of the college football world just for being 11-1 at one point and beating Penn State, and College Game Day came. And remember. Still lost to Wisconsin that year, by the way. There was the 11-win season of 2019. They won back-to-back. They had back-to-back 9-win seasons in 21 and 22. Of course, COVID year doesn't count, even though they stunk that year. But they beat Nebraska when they had 4 players. People forget about that. And then last year they won 6. And they went to a bowl game as a 5-win team. They won that bowl game. I don't think PJ Fleck's in any danger of being fired. He's the head coach at Minnesota. He is clearly interested in moving up. Or at least his agent is clearly interested in pimping him out for other jobs.
Yeah, that's it.
And nobody is taking you out of Minneapolis for winning 6 to 7 games a year. So maybe we find out the answer to the question this year. What is Minnesota? What is Minnesota under PJ Fleck? Is it, nobody expects it to be an 11-win team. Nobody expects it to be a less than 6-win team, but there's a couple different, mini tiers that are in between there. Are you going to be a 9-win team every year? Because if you're a 9-win team, the expectation is some years you're going to be contending for a playoff spot. Can Minnesota be that? Or, as a texter writes in, Jeff right now on the text line, NIL is killing Minnesota.
Whoa.
And they don't have a great setup up there.
Not a big war chest.
I mean, just they're in a big city, but nobody tends to really care about the Gophers very much.
Win total of 5.5 on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
PJ loves talking about how nobody is putting NIL into their program. That's part of the reason why he wants to leave. So what are they going to be this year? Max Brosmer will be their quarterback, by the way. It's a big year. It's a big year for PJ Fleck.
Big year.
Who comes in at number 5 on the list. Josh, hit me. Number 4.
Number 4.
Big year. Big year for Brett Bielema.
Oh, really?
Big year for Brett Bielema.
Bretty B.
Remember Brett Bielema, who made Scott Frost throw out half his playbook in August of 2021? Oh, we had to throw it out.
We did.
We had to throw out half the playbook.
Sadly.
We didn't know what they were going to do. They went 5-7 with a couple nice wins that year in 2021.
Nice wins.
Then they jumped up and won 8 games in 2022. They were really, what weren't they? I believe they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They were 7-1 heading into November. They won 1 out of their last 5 games that year. Nearly beat Michigan in November of 2022. And then last year, a year that was, you kind of find out, okay, were we able to do that again, or was it just kind of luck? I mean, we had Witherspoon, we had Devin Witherspoon. He's no longer here. He's with the Seahawks now. What happens to Illinois this year? Well, they dropped down to 5-7 a year ago with losses to Kansas, Penn State, Purdue, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Iowa, in Northwestern. What is Illinois football going to be like under Brett Bielema? As Harvey Perlman would say, we would never hire Bielema. He has raised the floor at Illinois. Are they going to be one of those programs that battles to get to bowl eligibility every year? Or are they going to be more than that? Maybe this is the year we find out. Big year for Brett Bielema. Shout out Harvey Perlman.
Also a win total of 5.5 on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
Interesting. That seems like it's in actually the right spot. Jeff writes in, by the way, disappointed in Josh for no big shoes drop yet. We don't have big shoes drop. Josh doesn't do drops. I'm too good for drops.
Not too good. Too busy.
Too busy for drops. Also, Happer's Beam Guy says canceling bikinis confirms this is by far the least horny show in 1620 The Zone. Happy to put that on our marquee least horny show of 1620 The Zone.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Brett Bielema, big year for Brett. Number 3.
3. Combination of 3 and 5.
Number 3.
All right, do not panic. Matt Rule.
Whoa.
That's a big year for Matt Rule.
Whoa.
Let's look at this a little bit more globally. Hear me out. Number 1, I just think year 2 tells you a lot. You know, we all expect them to make a jump this year, but what is the jump going to be?
In this day and age.
In this economy? Is it going to be the Tim Miles second year going to the NCAA tournament jump? Or is it just going to be getting to a bowl game? Is it just going to be, getting hot at the end of the year? Like, what is this? This will set the tone for year 3 and year 4 and year 5. I do think, to be fair, I could have put Luke Fickell in this exact same position. He has the same story. It's a pretty revealing year, though. Year 2. It's your program. And I think we all believe that things are going to be at least fine this year. Maybe the floor has come up for Nebraska football. Maybe not so much the same for Wisconsin. We're still unsure about their established floor. But keep in mind, we haven't addressed this much yet, but all that momentum that you've built and that you feel good about the direction, if they're not able to do it during the tests, which is the games this year, all that momentum just gets blasted into the sun. And we're having a completely different conversation if Nebraska happens to fall short of a bowl this year, or maybe even just reaches a bowl, just barely reaches a bowl, the 6 wins. So I think year 2 is revealing for programs, and it's revealing for coaches because it's yours, and you get to show everybody kind of what you're going to be like going forward. So maybe we could just do a co-spot here, a co-spot. Matt Rule, Luke Fickell. Put them in that same zone. Number 2.
Same zone.
Yeah, number 2.
Here comes 2.
Number 2.
Number 2, it's a big year for Lincoln Riley. Lincoln is a Big Ten coach. People forget that. They won 8 games last year with Caleb Williams as their quarterback. Once again, they won 8 games last year with Caleb Williams as their quarterback. Nebraska won 5 with a bunch of fumbling idiots as their quarterbacks. Sorry, Heinrich, and Chubba and Jeff. But you get the point. 8 games with Caleb Williams, including losing 5 out of their last 7. Their defense was horrendous. They have addressed issues with coaching staff and personnel on the defensive side, and now enter the Big Ten. They do, like I said, they have seemed to prepare themselves well from a staff perspective, but this year will tell us a lot. This will establish what it's going to be like in the Big Ten for them. They have, they don't have any like outliers, right? They are generically as talented as they kind of are going to be, right? USC just everywhere. It's not like they have a number 1 pick at quarterback. I don't expect Miller Moss to be the number 1 pick in like 2 years draft. It's just not going to happen. So you don't have these outlier-y factors that could say, oh, well, this is why you jumped this year. Rule kind of has that, by the way. He's got a 5-star quarterback, right? You could make that jump. So USC is a pretty, like I said, generic picture of what USC is going to be, and it sets the tone for learning and life in the Big Ten. It's a big year for Lincoln Riley. Once again, not in any danger of getting fired or anything like that, but it's a big year. Who are you? And what are you going to be in this conference? On to number 1, Joe.
Also sort of the narrative of Lincoln Riley, like, oh, he avoids tough competition. He runs from it. Who's got the biggest year, Connor?
I don't know.
Make it so, number one.
Who do you think's got the
Number
biggest
one.
year?
Could it be all Just for Men spokesperson himself?
Yeah. This one's easy.
My arch nemesis.
Big year for Ryan Day. If Ryan
Ryan
Day
Day.
doesn't beat Michigan, he's fired. If Ryan Day doesn't make the college football playoff, it is the biggest disappointment in Ohio State history. I mean, we have to adjust our thinking here. Ohio State is a lock to make the college football playoff. If they somehow, some way fall short of that, it is all over. They are. He is all the way done at Ohio State. But yes, they need to beat Michigan, and they need to. They have the most talent. Here, I came up with a slogan for Ryan Day this year. By the way,
great!
Remember, "Get rich or die trying."
I do. Yes.
Beat Michigan or die trying.
That's a good one.
It's almost like if we die, we die. But beat Michigan or die trying.
I can hear the beginning of Many Men.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing.
You put it on the 50 Cent, cover.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So Ryan Day is absolutely number one. It's a big year for Ryan Day, and we all know the reasons why. Thank you for playing the Sounders, Josh. And this is my list. I see no problems with it. Josh will have a list when we return. The top 5 poll questions of the month of June on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Big names, big games. We've got them all. 1620 The Zone.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
Post Coffee stands as the vibrant heart of every break room, offering the unique fusion of traditional quality and modern flair. We're not just your coffee provider, we're the center of memorable workplace moments. Call Host Coffee today.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
How powerful is Cox Fiber? Powerful enough to let your band members in Vegas, Phoenix, and Omaha jam like you're all in the same garage. Introducing Cox Fiber from the company with the fastest download speeds 9 years in a row. It's internet built for tomorrow, today. Cox, always building better. Limited availability in select areas. Speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Cox terms and other restrictions may apply. Analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence in Las Vegas, Omaha, Phoenix. Fixed median download speeds Q2 2016 to Q1 2024.
Is your concrete cracked or uneven? Hey everyone, Coach Greg McDermott here to explain why you should choose Everlevel Concrete Repair. Many people think they need to replace broken concrete, but repairing it provides durable protection and comes at a fraction of the cost. Everlevel provides permanent repair solutions to fix your concrete and protect it against future damage, and it all comes with a long-term transferable warranty. They offer free inspections to walk you through the entire process. Call Everlevel Concrete Repair today.
If you're a licensed real estate agent in Nebraska or Iowa looking to take your career to the next level, Modern Real Estate is seeking outgoing, high-energy individuals to join the team. Whether you prefer a salary-based, commission-based, or hybrid compensation structure, they have options to fit your needs. With leads provided, you can focus on what you do best, closing deals and achieving success. Don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to work with a dynamic and innovative company. Email your real estate experience to Tyler@modernrealestateco.com and start building your future with Modern Real Estate today.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
I plan to rearrange my closet, but I stopped after picking the clothes up off the floor.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's award-winning language learning app will help you start speaking another language. Start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? Vous êtes où?
Vous êtes où?
Babbel's bite-sized lessons make it easy to learn words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks,
"How's your French going?"
you can say,
Noble et amusant, il facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue. Et cela ne prend que 15 minutes par jour.
When you want to really learn another language, it starts with Babbel. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. Just go to babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
All right, a couple things here. Derek would like to make an amendment to my Ryan Day catchphrase of the year: beat Michigan or die trying.
All right.
Although, also, by the way, and I hope it hasn't cost too many people to listen to many men in their car and tune us off of the radio. We wouldn't want that.
We would not. Song's a banger, though.
Derek says should have been beat Mish or die trying. Just flows better. Beat Mish or die trying. Beat Mish or die trying.
Beat Mish or die trying.
It works in a text format. Obviously, a lot better.
Okay.
All right, so just think about it on a T-shirt. Also, I'd like to create a new segment. Josh?
Yeah, let's do that.
Here it is. Maybe, something that could be sponsored by you.
Me?
The royal you.
Oh, okay.
Side-eye emoji of the day. What are people side-eye emojiing today?
Okay. I like it in principle. Give me an example.
Here is today's side-eye emoji of the day.
Okay. I got 2 shows to plan out. So
Iowa football put out a just 17-second hype video where they got a
hype video season.
It definitely is. They got all their dudes inside of the studio, and they did some cool photo shoots with lights, and they look at the camera and they hold, the collar of their pads, and they look all cool and everything. They flex and they say, "Come on," they hype
back
up the crowd
to work
and stuff like that. Yeah, they don't actually say anything. They just, they're just there on camera.
Grind season.
But people have side-eyed emojied the fact that there is only one quarterback represented in this video, and it's not Cade McNamara.
Oh.
It's Brendan Sullivan, who just transferred from Northwestern, presumably to be the Hawkeyes' backup quarterback. Remember, people thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he transfer from being Northwestern starter to being Iowa's backup? Well, maybe, side-eye emoji, he's not Iowa's backup.
Hello.
Side-eye emoji of the day. Brought to you by Could Be You. Josh, were we funny in June or were we lame and stupid?
Oh, no. June's a funny month because we officially kind of don't care about anything anymore.
Facts.
Which leads us down particularly odd rabbit holes.
Definitely.
Most voted on poll question of the month before we get into the top 5 proper. Came June 19th at the Omaha Baseball Village. People forget we cover the College World Series fairly extensively here. Who are you rooting for? 4 options on this one. Josh Peterson to be right, Trev Alberts, Florida, or Big Meteor.
My guess would be Big Meteor won.
46% of the vote there. Florida came in second, 28%.
That was our most voted on poll question of the month.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Josh Peterson finished third. So the
Big Meteor thing is really taken off.
It is.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
Anytime you don't want, you hate both teams, Big Meteor. Got to throw in Big Meteor.
Terrible look for Trev because this poll was designed to just trash Josh Peterson.
Yeah.
And he actually finished third comfortably. Trev Alberts, 5.5% of the vote.
Yeah.
Most lopsided poll question came all the way back on June 6th, nearly a month ago, Connor.
Ugh.
94% of the audience said yes, they have, in fact, heard of Vertigo.
What were we doing that day?
You had not even heard of the Alfred Hitchcock film Vertigo.
No, but I've heard of the thing.
So we put it up on the poll. Have you even heard of Vertigo?
Have you even heard of Vertigo? Just to be clear, I have heard of the illness or whatever you call it. I've heard of Vertigo, just not the movie.
All right. Top 5 poll questions from the past month. We begin.
God, come on. Take forever.
Number 5.
Jumping back to the baseball village, June 19th.
Yeah, I can remember one good one that I liked from the baseball village, and I think that's all I got for this month. So I'm excited to see what we got.
I think it might be this one.
All right.
Is God a great talent evaluator?
Oh, no, it wasn't that one.
Okay.
It wasn't that one. Good question, though. Mm-hmm. God is a great talent evaluator.
69% of the audience agreed with you.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. That was from the village?
That was from the village, yeah.
I feel like I said that in here. What day was that?
June 19th.
June 19th.
Could I be remembering? Yeah, it was Triple Header Wednesday, was it not? It was
Triple Header Wednesday, yeah. Okay. God's a great talent evaluator. What time?
I don't have that in front of me.
Sad. Sounds like a morning deal because the other shows that day were 12 minutes long.
Number 4.
Number 4 comes to us courtesy of the Monday show, the Monday where it was too hot for us to be at the Omaha Baseball Village.
So I did not take part in this. I was on the field that day.
No, this was Championship Monday.
Oh, when we were here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We smartly said unsafe to be outside. So we came in here and talked about the real issues. If someone finds the Russian tortoise, should they put it in the running back room instead of throwing it in Lake Zarinsky?
That's a good one.
It is.
I like it.
69% of the audience said yes. I'm not making up these numbers, by the way.
They all seem to end at 69. It's a little weird that way.
Well, that's the last one to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to. So we heard the story about the Russian tortoise that was lost, and the money quote from it was from its owner, not from the tortoise, but it was from its owner, who said, "If that thing crosses Center Street, she's dead." And then she also said sometimes when she gets lost, they just huck her back into Lake Zarinsky. And we don't want them to do that either. Just take her back to my house.
Yeah. I mean, turtles don't wear collars. So I found a turtle in the Lake Zarinsky area. I will get it back to water. Sure. Makes sense.
All right. Where are we at? Number 2?
Number 3.
3. Combination of 3 and 5.
Number 3.
Now, this is when we always have the debate, to poll questions without Connor Happer at the Omaha Baseball Village count in the Connor Happer show polls. Are they their own separate thing?
I'm fine.
Kind of just easier to lump them all together. June 14th, we asked the question, does Josh Peterson look like a guy who makes his own sunflower seeds?
What context does this come up? Because I kind of think he does.
He kind of does, doesn't he? Josh was at the OBV hosting a show. He was eating his sleeve of Chinook seeds.
Yes, thank you.
And a tiny baby boy walked up to him and said, "Oh, hey, you got some seeds there?" And he's like, "Yeah, seeds are pretty cool." And he goes, "Did you make them yourself?" And he goes, "No, it's clearly a brand of sunflower seeds."
Yeah, I got them from right over there. You can go get them if you want to.
There are tables back there, like 100 feet.
Yeah.
So we asked.
That's my first question to a person with sunflower seeds. Did you make these?
You make those?
Maybe craft sunflower seeds is the next game. Everybody got into microbrewing their own beer. Maybe
artisan sunflower seeds.
Maybe micro salting their own seeds is the next way to go here.
Good idea by you.
Here comes 2. Number 2.
May 30th, we were allowed an exemption for poll questions. 64% of the audience said Josh Peterson does look like a guy who makes his own sunflower seeds, by the way. Is the real Italian nightmare having your knee blown out by Byron Buxton?
Wait, so we didn't do this? This did not occur in our last month's top 5?
No.
I thought our exemption was to allow, like, when we do the polls on the 3rd or whatever, allow the polls from the 3rd to be in the previous month.
Yeah.
So wouldn't this have been a part of the previous month?
I don't know.
It definitely was.
It definitely was?
Almost for sure, right? I mean, that's a great poll question.
It is a great poll question. It occurred on May 30th.
Absolutely. I mean,
Thursday. Yeah, I probably did that list May 31st.
We did that list on Friday.
Okay. Well, boy, this is awkward. Would you?
It is. Horrible list, Josh.
New number 2. Would you rather have a Bronny James rookie of the year ticket, or a sandwich?
Yeah, but that's just stolen valor off of the Shedeur Sanders one.
It really is.
This number one better be good.
Oh,
this number one better be good.
Okay, Connor. Can't wait to hear your reaction to a poll question we asked on June 25th.
Make it so, number one.
Number one.
Boom, boom.
What's weirder? Peanut butter and American cheese microwave for 20 seconds, or Gary keeping his house at 88 degrees in the summer?
Now, who did the peanut butter and cheese thing?
It was a listener who,
because
we were debating jellies to use with peanut
That's
butter,
right.
and he said, guys,
It was a commenter. It was Kenneth, I think.
hear me out on this. You're going to think I'm a psychopath.
Yeah.
But
And he was like, definitely 88 degrees, way weirder.
Way weird.
Now, people have, I've heard from some people who thought that maybe Gary was, I don't know, just trying to drum up some controversy.
that he does not actually do this. He was doing it he did it like 1 hour for the bit.
Right.
and
Or
then
jacked
set-
it up to 88 just to get the picture and then put it back down. Like maybe this is a bit that we have cornered him into and now he's just going with it. It'd be a smart move, by the way. But
What a great vlog it would be for one of us to pop out of a vehicle and
I gotcha.
surprise Gary. I want your thermostat now. Check it.
It's a nice, cool 72 in here. I think, and where I come down, without knowing, I haven't confronted him about this, but just know that it's a theory that's out there. I do think Gary is weird enough to where it actually makes sense that his apartment just is at 88. Like, I think that's, yeah.
Oh,
I believe him.
I understand why people would think it, but he definitely said it in real time. I was like, yeah, this guy is weird enough to do that. He's lived in Florida enough to where he'll just, yeah, whatever.
Absolutely. I'm trying to remember the poll that I really liked that we did. Oh yeah, it was the one day where I just dropped in. Because
you helped kick off a village show or something.
I was on the field and I just dropped in and I gave everybody a great poll question, and it was something along the lines of the devil. What was it? What was it about the devil?
Would America love Satan if he won a golf major?
That was it. I really loved that one. It didn't even make the top 5.
Well, clearly
we did a God one, but not a Satan one.
Compass was a little.
Have you ever heard of equal time, Josh?
Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have put that at number 2 instead of one from May.
Yeah, I mean, that's illegal. Anyway, thank you, Josh, for the top 5. Another halfway decent month of poll questions by us.
We're doing okay.
We'll come back. Robin Washut will join us on the other side. I have a couple Nebraska basketball related questions for him.
Hoops?
Yeah, there was some hoops talk yesterday, and then we'll get into football as we return on a Wednesday, July 3rd. Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
The Connor Happer Show. Follow us on Twitter @Happer Show for all the latest news and views. We may even say something interesting once in a while.
Unlikely.
Really, guys? Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
Brent Rasmussen of Mortgage Specialists. Here's a fact that doesn't seem to get mentioned enough. Owning a home actually helps you build personal wealth. Homeownership is a huge factor in building personal wealth. There are some naysayers who say it's too expensive, but rates will come down, and when they do, the competition is going to be fierce. One financial statistic shows that the net worth of those that own a home is 40 times greater than those that rent. So maybe take a few minutes to call me at Mortgage Specialists to go through the reasons why, even though the current market is different, why it's always a good time to buy a home to build your net worth. I'm Brent Rasmussen. Call me at Mortgage Specialists and we can show you all the details. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.
Click mtg-specialists.com. NMLS number 5918, Equal Housing Lender.
The wait is over. Dell Technologies Black Friday and July deals are live. Check out incredible savings on select laptops and more, like the XPS 15, powered by Intel Core processors. The XPS 15 brings you the perfect balance of power and portability, plus stellar visuals and immersive sound. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to exceptional tech and electronics, plus free shipping on everything. Don't miss out on Black Friday and July savings at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Bellino Fireworks, a Metro tradition for more than 35 years. Bellino Fireworks has quality products for the best prices with a 100% product guarantee. More than 50 locations in the Omaha Council Bluffs area, as well as locations in Plattsmouth, Blair, and Fremont. Bellino Fireworks offers the best selection of products in the Midwest. Cakes, artillery shells, and family-friendly products for all ages. There's no need to go anywhere else. Look for their signature inflatables or Bellino flags. Visit BellinoFireworks.com for a full list of locations.
Roofing, siding, and gutters. Make the right call with the rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard.
Tickets for less. Best seats, best prices, no service fees. Shop ticketsforless.com. KOZN Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620 The Zone.
The biggest basketball coaching convention of work on your skills. Are you looking?
What?
You don't remember? Yeah, I'm talking.
What is going on? Robin, are you okay?
Robin Washut.
Are your kids near you, or what just happened?
Husker Online.
I took a lot of preparation to make this thing a flawless interview, and clearly I still can't avoid it.
Robin Washut, Husker Online.
Maybe it was aliens. Maybe it was a phenomenon that we can't explain.
The Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
All right, we are joined now on the 42 Degrees of Source hotline by Robin Washut, HuskerOnline.com. Hi, Robin. What's up?
What is happening?
Hey, do you like raisins in your potato salad?
No, I do not. Who would even suggest that?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before, but apparently it's a thing. Now, what would you be open to raisins in your potato salad?
I mean, like, I'd try a bite, I would hate it, and then I'd never do it again.
Wow, what's up with you and raisins? You hate raisins?
I like raisins. They just got to stay in their lane. Like, don't cross.
Where else would raisins go, Robin? Where would raisins go?
Well, delicious fruit salads, baked goods, ants on a log.
Ooh, good one.
All sorts. Or just on their own. My kids love little packs of little raisin snacks.
Oh, so I remember the little packs, the little red packs. Those are
exactly.
Good. Yeah. Okay. All right. There is a place for raisins. I just want to make sure we weren't squeezing raisins out.
No. Like, I'm fully accepting of raisins, just not my potato salad.
Are you gonna blow some stuff up tonight or tomorrow?
No, but everyone else in my neighborhood is, so I get to enjoy it all for free. So we'll be good.
Nice.
And tomorrow's a full day. My daughter is performing at the Seward 4th of July Festival.
Whoa!
If you've ever been to Seward on 4th of July,
it's the 4th of July capital of America.
July capital of America. Yes. So it is full on Americana, and we got to be there. I think she performs like 9 a.m. So like we got to hit it early, get up there, get set up, and then a full day of festivities.
Wow, that sounds taxing, physically, emotionally, all the above. But
that dance dad life, man.
It's a different deal. Okay, Robin. So we got a little taste of basketball yesterday with Juwan Gary, Bryce Williams. I want to ask you a couple of questions about them. First of all, I mentioned this to another guest that we had on yesterday. I just really like their disposition, like their leadership. Very predictable for those guys who are coming back onto this team. Those two, Bryce and Juwan Gary, taking leadership roles. What did you feel their sort of mentality was heading into the summer and the early fall?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of the big takeaway, is that those guys are clearly the faces of the program, which isn't a total surprise in the sense that it was a pretty critical deal that they both returned. And before the Rink Mass news, it seemed like Nebraska had a pretty good three-man veteran combo to build around. But even so, those two coming back was a really big deal for Nebraska, not just because of their talent, but because of this whole operation to rebuild Nebraska basketball's culture. Those guys are right now at the forefront of that, of continuing all the work that's been done over the last 2 years. Now they have the baton and are trying to keep that going and even build upon it. And I thought they said all the right things. And what I liked was that they had kind of different styles about it, where finally you're starting to see Juwan Gary kind of let his personality show. Like, he's always kind of been a boisterous, kind of, happy-go-lucky guy. But from a media perspective, he didn't do a lot of interviews, and I don't know for what reason, but it seems like they're kind of making an effort to get him in the spotlight a little bit more and let that personality show, on a real public stage. And yesterday was certainly a good start in that. I expect to see a lot more of that as it goes. And he just kind of got that positivity that is really infectious, not only just for fans listening to him talk, but I'm sure every day, on and off the court with that program, that guys like that are important to have. But then with Bryce Williams, he really came off with an alpha mentality, to where it feels like this is his team. And he came back with very high expectations, not just for himself, but to really finish what they didn't accomplish last year, and not just hope to get to the postseason, but expect to get to the NCAA tournament and expect to win a game once you get there. So both those guys, again, it's till, I guess, July, and they're saying all the right things that people want to hear and all that good stuff. But I think it was really good to see those two be at the forefront of this group. And there's a lot of newness, but there's also a lot of experience and a lot of veterans that have been there and done that. And to have two guys like that kind of spearheading the push to take this thing to the next level this year, I think is a really good thing for Nebraska.
Me too. I feel those are two guys that you feel comfortable about handing the reins over to, just as a program, especially from a leadership perspective. So as they've begun to kind of work out a little bit this summer, let me just set the tone here. Is there a person on the team who you are buying stock in right now on July 3rd as we start to get to know everybody? Are you buying stock in anybody on July 3rd?
So I'll give you an obvious answer and then a kind of little more outside the box answer.
Okay.
I'm sticking with Bryce Williams. Obviously he's the best player coming back, but there's been a lot of conversation nationally about Bryce being not just Nebraska's best pro prospect on the roster, but being a viable draft pick. If he's able to take that year two transfer jump that we've seen so often. I think there's a lot of people that cover the draft and, pay a lot more or a lot closer attention to the national prospect scene than I do, that are really high on Bryce just because of his length, his shooting. Last year, his experience playing primarily on the ball and how well he did in that role, and just the versatility that he brings. When you look ahead to a year from now at the 25 draft, there's a real chance that Bryce could be Nebraska's top prospect and be a viable contender to get picked. So that is something to follow there. But then, kind of beyond that obvious group, I think Andrew Morgan is a guy that I think people aren't talking nearly enough about. Obviously with Rink Mast, his situation, Nebraska needed to find a way to replace that. And I don't think that Andrew can do all of the things that Rink can do, especially just with his shooting. That I think he's lacking comparatively in that department. But a lot of the other things that Rink did with the ball, and that versatility that he brought to the front court to be able to draw defenders out, beat defenders off the ball, off the dribble, and facilitate out of the high post. I think Andrew Morgan can do a lot of those things. And there's a reason that when Nebraska staff hit the road and they started doing in-home visits with a lot of transfers, Andrew Morgan was the first guy they went and saw. And things progressed very quickly from there, and he committed to Nebraska shortly after. And I think that there's something to be said for that. They identified him as a guy that can do a lot of the things that they needed to replace with Rink being out. And, I think the fact that he wasn't a high major transfer, just didn't put up big numbers last year, he's kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit when you talk about all the other incoming transfers that have arrived. But I think when all is said and done, Andrew Morgan's going to be a really important piece to what Nebraska does. And if they're successful, he's going to be a big reason why.
Hey, football wise, Robin, last summer I'm thinking back and thinking about the things that Matt Rule had to say about his upcoming team. Now, he didn't know much about the group, obviously going into his first year, and he's kind of finding out the same time as everybody else. But I remember there being a sense of really, really, they were being cautious about what they were going to say as far as expectations about the team and Rule specifically. And he'll always be, to a degree, pretty careful about putting numbers on things or expectations on things. But I'm sure you heard and listened to when he was on with Klatt at the golf course a couple days ago. He's becoming less shy about the way he feels about the direction that they're headed. It seems to me. And Dylan Raiola came up in that conversation as well. Like, do you notice that sort of difference? It's growing from a quiet confidence into like an out loud confidence at this point from Rule, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I know I have, kind of made a point to not get too carried away with the typical off-season hype. And people say, well, what do you think the record is? I'll say like 7-5. I think that's a reasonable expectation, like a natural step forward and kind of building what they want to be. But then, that interview is a perfect example with Joe Klatt. Like, Matt Rule is not tempering things. I mean, he's saying that the jump from year 1 to year 2 is going to be significant. And then they're not just looking to get a winning record. Like, they're looking to compete in the Big Ten. And then in year 3, they're expecting to compete for championships. Like, I think the timeline, externally, a lot of people thought, well, he signed this big long deal. He's got a history of kind of doing the long-term model and not the quick fix of trying to build a roster. But, if he's already kind of raising the bar that high going into his second season, there's got to be a reason for it. And, you don't put yourself out there like that and make those comments on a national stage without feeling like you got something to back it up. And so, it's raised my eyebrows for sure. Just the way that he talked about what he expects from this season, and in the sense that, going to a bowl isn't just the hope and the goal. Like, it's the expectation. Like, he basically said, like, it was a matter of fact that they're going to a bowl this year. And then, what happens beyond that is kind of to be determined. But like, the floor in his mind is having a winning record and going to a bowl game. And so I guess as media and as fans, we should probably follow suit in the sense that if the head man who sees everything and has his fingerprints on every single aspect of that program is going on, sitting down with Joel Klatt and saying that we are going to a bowl this year, that should be the expectation for everybody else.
Yeah, it wasn't even like you made a point of saying, hey, we're going to go to a bowl this year. It was just like, don't even worry about that. We're going to go to a bowl. Don't worry about that. It's the next thing.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, it was certainly interesting. And similar, Robin, too, one more for you. Like, they've been really cautious about Raiola and the way that they talk about him, and they're not going to like officially come out and name a starter. But obviously he's going to get the question every time. And I feel like the more and more time goes on, and we'll see him at media days in a few weeks here, it'll be more of like, you guys will see. I think that's kind of where we've ended up on the talking points on Raiola this summer leading into the fall.
Yeah. I don't know what more can be said, because you don't want to go too far with it.
Yeah.
The guy's never taken a college snap yet and has never faced a live pass rush and been hit over the course of 4 quarters. So like, there's variables that you just don't know. But in my mind, he is the starter. I guess they can continue the, aura of the competition. And they're going to make it like it looks like there's still a job to be won there. But he's their guy. Like, I don't know. There's no doubt in my mind about it. And then the question is just kind of, what steps can he make over the course of fall camp to, make himself as ready as possible for when things do get for real. And then once he's in the spotlight, how's he going to handle it? How's he going to handle being hit and face adversity and all that sort of stuff? Well, that's kind of the last unknown right now. But as far as his role in this team and his positioning in that quarterback room, I don't know if there's really any doubt right now. He's their guy.
Robin Washut of HuskerOnline.com. All right, Robin, appreciate it as always. Enjoy your marathon day tomorrow, and we'll have a good 4th, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. You too.
It's Robin Washut of HuskerOnline.com. Talking football, talking hoops. Got to buy some stock in some people. Josh has got a new Photoshop out at Happer Show.
What do we think?
It's a big year for Ryan Day. More than any other Big Ten coach. It's a big day. Beat Mish or die trying. Oh, so you took the advice of Derek.
I did. I liked it. It certainly
Definitely
fit,
works. Yeah.
Like you said, in the visual medium,
Okay.
Mish and Rich are very similar.
Beat Mish or die trying. I like it. I'm in.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit the RT, Josh.
You don't have to. You don't. That's not
It's
why
done.
I did it.
It's done. I hit the RT. I know you want my RTs.
Want them clicks.
Want them clicky clicks. Greg in Myrtle Beach here. A little Nebraska basketball take.
Hello, Greg.
Bryce Williams will be 23 years old this week. There's little market for him in the NBA. Europe, here we come, boys. Hey, so
I mean,
let
I
me
guess
ask you
you're
this.
right
Let me say this. I don't think that I don't think that the youth, the age is as emphasized as it used to be. Baylor Shireman is a really good. I mean, we'll just use Baylor as a great example. I mean, Baylor's, I don't know how old he is. He's got to be at least 24. He's finished his, he's finished his years in school, and he's gone through the process a couple times. And
He will be 24 in a couple months.
He will be 24 in a couple months. So it's, it's the same thing as Bryce Williams when he goes into the draft situation next year. Like, I'm not saying he's Baylor Shireman. He's, there's some, obviously there's differences in their game, but like the age thing, like if a guy scores, 15 plus points a game and can create shots and can make, plays for his teammates, I mean, like, doesn't matter if he's 24 or 22, or 20. It's like they're going to take a chance on him. Experience matters.
Some people might appreciate the knowledge, the reps that a person of a older age is taking.
Yeah. All right. Quick time out here. We'll come back. Still got to get to a couple more things. I have no more lists for you.
Damn.
Sadly. But we still have a few more things that we get to before we send you off into your 4th of July here on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Previously on The Crossover.
It's a very baseball-y name. It's like naming your kid Mickey.
Yeah,
Freddie.
Your name Mickey Mantle, like you're destined to be a great baseball player.
What was his full name? Michelob?
Michelob Mantle.
What was Mickey Mantle's real name?
His name was Mickey Charles Mantle.
I think it was
Michelob.
Michelob Mantle.
Michelob Mantle.
Wow. Mornings with Sharp and Hanley. The Connor Happer Show. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 6A to 6P. 1620. The Zone. Your Omaha area forecast presented by Funplex Water Park and Rides. From the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy, warm, and just a tad muggy here for your Wednesday afternoon with a high today in Omaha of 86 degrees and light winds out of the southwest up to 10 miles an hour. Skies become mostly cloudy overnight with a slight chance for stray storms and showers well after midnight, a low of 66. For your Independence Day Thursday, mostly cloudy, a bit cooler with a high of 79 and a 60% chance of scattered showers and storms through the morning and first half of the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KETV Newswatch 7.
The Connor Happer Show returns in minutes on 1620 The Zone.
News Talk 1290 Coil is your radio home for Omaha Storm Chasers baseball, proud AAA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. Tune in to hear every pitch, every hit, and every out as the Chasers play at Warner Park and across the International League in 2024. With the voice of the Omaha Storm Chasers, Nick Batters, on News Talk 1290 Coil.
The Storm Chasers host the iCubs tonight at Warner Park. First pitch is 7:05. You can hear all the action on your home for the Storm Chasers, 1290 Coil.
Nebraska, where hardworking hands build incredible things. Like the strong hands of a farmer who gets up early to harvest opportunity, or the delicate fingers of a pastry chef who bakes everything from the heart. When the hands behind your business are hard at work, we offer our hands for support. Because we're not just a bank in Nebraska, we're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
I plan to rearrange my closet, but I stopped after picking the clothes up off the floor.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's award-winning language learning app will help you start speaking another language. Start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Comment tu t'appelles?
Comment tu t'appelles? Vous êtes où?
Vous êtes où?
Babbel's bite-sized lessons make it easy to learn words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks,
"How's your French going?"
you can say,
Babbel est amusant et facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue. Et cela ne prend que 15 minutes par jour.
when you want to really learn another language, it starts with Babbel. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com. Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's business cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp for free. Just go to ramp.com/sports. Ramp.com/sports. RAMP.com/sports.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members of FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry, who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here's a text from 402.
Hi, 402.
I have an idea for a new segment. It's where you say you'll talk about Caitlin Clark, but then you never do. Never mind. I think that's already a bit. I don't know what they're talking about.
We're just sloppy sometimes.
When have we? No, I mean, we talk about Caitlin Clark all the time on the show. You know, we bring her up every day.
Seems like we haven't stopped talking about her.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. We'll get to it today. I actually think we will have time. Probably in this segment.
I mean, huge monumental event for her. We should talk.
What's up with her? What's she doing now?
Rookie on an all-star team, Connor?
Does that not happen?
Oh, how could it?
People really wanted the fight between her and the Phoenix team
Taurasi?
to have.
Mm-hmm.
No, but the whole team.
Oh.
And so they were, I mean, the way
I would
people
not want to fight Brittany Griner.
The way people watch Caitlin Clark is just very odd to me. That's all I have to say about that. That's all I have to say.
Look at that. We got to the thing.
We will get to it later. Don't worry. We'll get to it later. Speaking of getting to it later, here's a tweet from a friend of the show, Steve Wiltfong.
Hi, Steve.
He's moved to On3. He's an On3er now. He had the following to say yesterday on X, formerly Twitter. He says, I am fascinated by all the adults that think they'll have the same time they did when they were younger to play this NCAA football video game coming out. Hey, Steve, guess what? You'll figure it out. You prioritize what you prioritize. All right?
If it means a lot to you, you'll make time.
That is exactly right. And so I can guarantee, Steve, I'll be playing. Now, I won't be playing just as much, but will I have the time to play? Of course. Of course. I will make the time.
Will you enjoy it more because you won't be playing it for 12 hours consecutively?
It's possible. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And the game looks great. All the stuff that came out yesterday looks amazing. The customization, the customability of the game. You could, put Clemson in the MAC, as the video game very clearly did in their trailer yesterday. Dylan Raiola is on there. Check. That's all I need.
Did you see him touch that horseshoe?
We get it, Steve. You're busy. All right. You're a newsbreaker. You probably have multiple phones. It's fine. But guess what? The rest of us regular people who aren't like Adam Schefter or trying to be like Adam Schefter, we got time to play video games. And if not, if you really want to, have time to play video games, you'll make time to play video games. You just will.
You can certainly find the time. I think
You'll
most
find the
people
time.
have time.
It's during Josh time. But no, everybody's got the time. If you want to have the time, you'll find the time. It's just that's what life is all about, is prioritizing things. Maybe your priority is not EA Sports College Football. Then you won't play that much.
I can't wait.
My priority is EA Sports College Football, so I will be playing that much.
There's going to be radio hosts all across this great country of ours who pick up a console for the first time.
I know.
Many, many, many decades.
Absolute frauds.
But it's not
Frauds.
even that. They're gonna do a segment of, hey, do you know these kids on these video games? If you play against them and you wear the microphone and the headset, they'll say the filthiest things imaginable to you. There's a segment of radio hosts that don't know that right now.
Yeah.
And they're going to come back in 3 or 4 weeks and say, guys,
their eyes are going to be real open.
The kids are out of control with the vulgarities online.
They are. They're speaking in languages I cannot understand.
Yes.
They're saying things that I cannot understand.
I can't wait for the WFAN host that becomes absolutely unhinged because some 12-year-old told him to bleep off.
Yeah. Maybe it's who's the guy? LaGreca? Maybe it's that guy.
You don't disrespect me.
He starts chirping about Michael K to him. He's like, you have everything you have because of Michael K.
Michael K didn't rebuild Syracuse to a dynasty.
That's what he would say. Indeed. All right. One final thing here, Nebraska football related, before we get out of here. The Athletic put out a story today, Stuart Mandel. Josh will be listening to him on Double Speed on 4th of July. To celebrate America, which college football teams are most helped and hurt by conference realignment? I'm interested. So the question is, the impact or the ability for these teams to reach the college football playoff with its expansion combined with conference realignment. It says, with college football undergoing a massive facelift in 2024, bigger conferences and expanded playoff, every fan base in the country should be asking just one question. Is any of this going to help us win games?
What's this going to do for recruiting?
For example, Oklahoma will make a lot of money in the SEC, but it also faces a much tougher path to a national championship, whereas Kansas State's chances of reaching the CFP have increased due to the Big 12's bigger field and loss of Oklahoma and Texas. So what about your school? Does its chances of success increase, decrease, or remain the same in the sport's new world order? To assess, Mandel writes, I've given all 67 power conference schools a score between -5 and +5. The score is solely about a team's ability to win and does not take into account the team's current coaching staff or roster. Scoring a 0 means the school is neither better nor worse off. Obviously, 5 is better, and -5 is much, much worse. So which school would you like to know their number first? Probably the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Well, guess what? They're not the story here, because as Stuart Mandel evaluates it, their number is 0. They are neither positively or negatively affected by the results of conference realignment and the growth of the college football playoff, according to one man who has a podcast that gets played on Double Speed. Do you agree? that Nebraska is unaffected by the size of the playoff and the new teams joining the Big Ten. It can't be unaffected.
Yeah, it can't be zero.
It can't be unaffected.
Now, I agree. It's very minimal.
So here's what he writes about Nebraska.
Okay. Flesh it out.
Here's the reason why.
Stu, baby.
It may be tougher for the Cornhuskers to contend for Big Ten championships in a bigger league. But right now, that's not even the target, given they haven't reached a bowl game in 8 years. How much worse can it get?
Whoa.
Which
we don't ask that around here.
Yeah, we do not ask when it's rock bottom, or do not declare when rock bottom has hit. I mean, the split, the unsplitting of divisions, I guess the merging, or I was gonna make some sort of like a Jello joke or something like that. Or flubber, you just kind of put them all together. The rejoining, I guess, of the teams in the Big Ten into a gigantic 18-team blob of a conference, and no longer being in the Big Ten West. You could definitely make a case both ways, that it helps or that it hurts Nebraska. The case that it hurts is your path to a championship game is a lot less likely.
Yeah.
The path that it helps is you don't actually have to win your stupid division. You just have to win 10 games, and with an easy schedule, you can get there. I lean toward it helping Nebraska. Most of that is, I guess some of that is admittedly like trajectory of where I think they're going here. But like, we're adding access into the playoff for a conference that's going to get at least 3, mostly 4, and sometimes 5 teams in the college football playoff. You're adding more possibilities to get into the playoff for a conference that's going to represent almost at least a quarter of the playoff field every year. So how could that be a negative for a team that has the history of that Nebraska does? It's not. So I mean, I don't think they're significantly affected by what has happened here in comparison to their conference friends and foes, but I do not think it's zero. I do not think it's zero. For example, the team whose value increases the most is Ohio State.
This helps Ohio State the most.
Which, once again, the argument would be they're already making the playoff. Now they're guaranteed to make the playoff. I guess that's the argument with them. And the argument that UCLA goes -4, Iowa goes -4, which I actually agree with both of those. It definitely hurts Iowa.
Definitely.
Iowa.
No Big Ten West to win.
No Big Ten West to win, right? It becomes a little bit. I mean, Iowa is the school that has taken the best advantage of the fact that the Big Ten West was the Big Ten West and all these regional things, and like they have just won those close games and figured out how to win those games. Like Iowa's winning, and this is not a dig on Iowa, but like what Iowa has done is so impressive in that it almost feels like their winning is less global. It's more attached to them figuring out the correct formula to win the games that they have, rather than like being good.
Right.
I'm not like, I know that sounds like a big dig, but it's not. I have so much appreciation for that. You play the games you play, right? And when your schedule is already made for you going into any given year, then you know what you're going to have.
Found a way week after week, year after year.
But you take away the games now. You're now throwing in this extra variable for Iowa, even though they still are going to play Nebraska every year, and they're still going to play Wisconsin every year, and they're still going to play Minnesota every year. They were able to keep that a little bit. But yeah, it throws in a couple variables that they did not have before. So there you go. I think Nebraska's unaffected by the fact that the college football playoff is 12 teams now. Unsurprisingly, in the SEC, Vanderbilt -4.
Oh, really? Doesn't seem to bother them.
Basically, this is just like, how good are you? That's pretty much the story. Oregon State and Washington State, where do you think they ended up?
Probably pretty low.
-5. Yeah, that's the lowest you can go, baby. Lowest you can go. Yep. As they become like kind of independent-ish at the moment.
Nomads.
All right, quick timeout. We get the polls. We'll tell you what to watch on the other side on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
For the Jays, the Huskers, and even you Jayskers, we are 1620 The Zone.
When it comes to protecting your home, Jay Stennett Contracting takes pride in ensuring every detail is handled. Roofing, siding, gutters. When it comes to the exterior of your home, Jay Stennett Contracting has you covered. Water, wind, and hail can wreak havoc on the exterior of your home. If your home is damaged, let Jay Stennett Contracting come out for a no-obligation inspection. If repairs are needed, they will help you through every step of the process. When you need an honest assessment, Jay Stennett Contracting has you covered. JSCRestoration.com.
If you're a licensed real estate agent in Nebraska or Iowa looking to take your career to the next level, Modern Real Estate is seeking outgoing, high-energy individuals to join the team. Whether you prefer a salary-based, commission-based, or hybrid compensation structure, they have options to fit your needs. With leads provided, you can focus on what you do best, closing deals and achieving success. Don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to work with a dynamic and innovative company. Email your real estate experience to Tyler@modernrealestateco.com and start building your future with Modern Real Estate today.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is set to earn just under $20 million this season on the last year of his deal with guaranteed money. Speaking with KPRC2 in Houston, Hill said he's excited to be a part of the old wave of receivers getting paid, but after seeing some of the deals done this offseason, he said, quote, "I'm 30 years old, also looking for a new deal, so very, very excited to see where I fit into that category." People were caught sleeping on the Bucs last year, and linebacker Yaya Diaby expects a similar wake-up call this season. Diaby told Rhett Lewis, quote, "I just feel like a lot of people are asleep on Tampa's defense, but I feel like this year we're going to really wake a lot of people up." And Cardinals offensive tackle Paris Johnson Jr. joined the Insiders this week and says his ultimate goal is to be the best tackle in the game. Arizona plans to move Johnson to left tackle in his second season with the team. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
As you know, summer is right around the corner, and for most people, that means more activities, more golf, more biking, more of whatever you love to do. But if you're dealing with aches and pains, your more could become less. This is why I'm here to tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. You see, instead of masking your pain, Relief Factor's formula is designed to help reduce or even eliminate it. It's 100% drug-free, and it's been a game changer for so many people. So let's get after it this summer. Let's feel good. Let's do more of the things that we love to do. Don't let pain keep you down. Give Relief Factor a try and save on your first order. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. Help fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Smith for Ted and Wally's Premium Ice Cream. Now that we got through the spring and we're in the summer, what's better for summer than ice cream? I always say, get yourself a bucket load. Now, I know they don't sell it by the buckets at Ted and Wally's, but they do sell it by the pint. They do sell it by the half gallon. All you got to do is call ahead to get yours reserved today. And so many flavors. Go on social media, whether it's Facebook or on Twitter, and they have a list of the day's ice creams for both locations. That's in the old market, of course, and in Benson. Swing by there, get yourself some great ice cream this summer, and tell them Severe sent you.
Ryan writes in at Happer Show.
Hi, Ryan.
Stewie. Also ranked Scott Forst ahead of Kirk Ferentz every year he was at Nebraska. Food for thought on your source.
Oh,
that's true. He did love himself some Scott Forst, which is a ridiculous thing to do, by the way. I've said it on this show since day one. We must respect Kirk Ferentz. We must respect him. They figured it out. They're not even good. They just figured out how to win. It's amazing. That's how you coach football. That's how you do it. That's why Matt Rule's talking about, I have a lot of respect for Kirk Ferentz. Because he knows that they're not good, but they figure it out every single time. It's amazing. I promise you, it's not a dig. Also, I will mention this. A lot of what has happened with Iowa over the last decade or so is a result of everybody else in the Big Ten just completely imploding. I mean, but to their credit, they figured out how to win while everybody else around them implodes every single year.
Someone had to win the division.
Somebody had to win the division. And so, yes, Nebraska is partly responsible for Iowa's rise to success over the last decade or so because they've sucked. Iowa's just been a lot better.
Wisconsin probably thought they were going to be in more of those Big Ten title games.
Yeah. I mean, Northwestern even grabbed a couple. So, yeah, we're all to blame here. To the polls at Happer Show. Katy Perry rules? ? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Not rules.
We are at a dead heat. 50-50.
Wow.
50-50. Please vote at Happer Show. Is Wrecking Ball a fine song? No.
Yeah, I'll go find song.
52% say no.
Also close.
And finally, which is a better song for fireworks shows, Party in the USA or Katy Perry's Firework?
Give me Miley here.
Give me Katy Perry. 54% say Party in the USA. We have some tight pulls today.
We do.
Tight
money line split.
Yep.
We also had one from yesterday's crossover. Do kids know about the Sacagawea coin?
Oh, that's right. How'd that one turn out?
64% of the audience has said no.
I think they're right.
Probably. Sadly.
Kids don't know about coins at all.
No.
All right. Those are the polls, Josh. What are we watching?
We are watching baseball over the next 2 days here. Reds, Yankees, your free game of the day at 6 o'clock.
Whee!
Tigers, Twins, 7 o'clock tonight on ESPN Plus. Phillies, Cubs, MLB Network tonight at 7 and tomorrow afternoon at 2. Cards and Buccos, that's going to be 11:35 a.m. tomorrow on ESPN Plus. Typo by me. Red Sox and the Marlins, noon tomorrow. MLB TV free game of the day. Orioles, Mariners, pretty interesting series there out west. 4:30 start tomorrow on MLB Network. Followed by Giants, Braves. Followed by Diamondbacks, Dodgers tomorrow. One WNBA game tonight on NBA TV, 7 o'clock. The Mercury and the Wings in Dallas. 2 tomorrow on Amazon Prime, 7 o'clock. Connecticut, Minnesota, followed by Washington and Vegas. Everybody wants to know when the hot dog eating competition
People want to know.
9:45 a.m. tomorrow, ESPN Plus. That's where you can find the women's hot dog eating contest.
Oh, thank you,
Also,
Josh.
for people who may be interested in content, Paige Spiranek will be trying to see how many hot dogs she can eat in a 10-minute period. Gee, I wonder why. I don't know.
You dudes get horny over anything.
I don't know if that's at the hot dog
it.
eating contest or just like on her social channels.
Hot chicks eating hot dogs? I don't think so.
I bet she's going to make you pay $15 a month to watch her eat hot dogs.
Not for me.
No, thank you.
Not for me.
The men's competition, 11 a.m. tomorrow on ESPN2. Who's going to win? I have no idea. And
I don't either.
Connor, movie, Netflix.
Is there a betting line?
There is. I've forgotten.
All right. Is there a hot dog tab on the FanDuel Sportsbook?
Oh, good question. Are they taking action on this, or have they said no, thank you?
Keep going.
Okay. Netflix movie premiere today. Beverly Hills Cop 4, the movie we thought would never happen. Axel F. Terrible name. Detroit police detective Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, returns to L.A. after his daughter's life is threatened. Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, Paul Reiser, and Bronson Pinchot all return. Gee, how are they all available to clear their schedules?
I don't know who any of those people are.
You know who a lot of those people are.
Bronson Pinchot?
Yeah.
Never heard that name in my life.
Balky? Growing Pains?
No. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry.
Step by Step? He was the hairdresser?
Never heard of that either.
Carol?
Nope. Never heard of that.
Sad.
This is not from the FanDuel Sportsbook. So Joey Chestnut would have came in about minus 5,000. Jeffrey Esper has emerged as the betting favorite. I believe that was mentioned by our guy George last week.
Oh yeah, George had the intel.
So Jeffrey Esper is the favorite. James Webb, Nick Weary, Patrick Bertoletti, all contenders.
Radio replay page 1620thezone.com.
Page
Look up
sporadic.
our conversation with George Shea.
That was awesome.
If you want to watch the fireworks go boom on television, the Macy's 4th of July Fireworks Spectacular is at 7 o'clock tomorrow on NBC. Same time on PBS, a Capitol 4th. That's the classier affair with the strings and the orchestra, and it's in Washington, D.C.
Come join me tonight at Warner Park. Baseball.
Probably, can I get on the berm or can I?
I don't know. I don't know if they have any tickets left.
Probably not.
Probably not. They're
This is
pretty
the big
loaded
one
out
every
there.
year.
Yep. So get them going. And if we have a short baseball game and you want to see me just entertain people for about 30 minutes before it gets dark enough to do the fireworks,
I do.
That's another good reason to be at Warner Park tonight because that might happen. That is what we're watching, and that's the week for me. Josh will be with you on Friday and Monday. I'll be out. I'll return on Tuesday. If you missed anything, you can find it all 1620thezone.com. Be safe out there. Happy 4th. The crossover's next.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
Host is roasting every morning. Host is roasting every day.
At Host Coffee, every cup of coffee served comes with a promise. A promise of quality, innovation, and a dash of fun. Ensuring your workday is as delightful as your coffee break. Call Host Coffee today.
Proudly serving Nebraska since 1972. Host Coffee is always roasting something good for you.
Hey folks, it's Karen. Storms just moved through and the damage they've left behind means thousands are looking for the right roofing company. There won't be a better time than right now to replace the roof following the storm damage. Let our inspection teams document the damage for your insurance company and get your new roof covered. Right now, we have people in your neighborhood ready to fix, inspect, or replace your roof and to help you work with your insurance company. Don't settle for a second-rate roof. One call does it all. Visit shamrockroofer.com.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
I plan to rearrange my closet, but I stopped after picking the clothes up off the floor.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's award-winning language learning app will help you start speaking another language. Start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks.
Comment tu t'appelles? Comment tu t'appelles? Vous êtes où?
Vous êtes où?
Babbel's bite-sized lessons make it easy to learn words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel est amusant et facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue. Et cela ne prend que 15 minutes par jour.
When you want to really learn another language, it starts with Babbel. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
At Cox Mobile, we know you're smart. You brush your teeth in the shower to save time. Make coffee ice cubes for your cold brew.
and wear goggles to cut onions. You also added Cox Mobile. So smart. Now you're running on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability and saving on your Cox internet. It's ingenious, just like you.
Aw, thanks.
Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Cox postpaid internet required. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. to H 2023. Other restrictions apply. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
When it comes to concrete repair, Everlevel